Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's up with ya? It is Saturday. I'm a day late, goddamn me. It don't happen often, but what's happening with everybody? Who's everybody walking through this thing, man? If y'all don't mind, hit that like button. I still ain't got my headphones right, but okay. We'll get it together. But anyways, what's going on with you, man? What's up with you? Salute to Mark. What's going on with you, baby? How you doing, man?
Hello, motherfucker.
He says salute, Slick DJ moonlighting over at his side chick's channel. Oh, okay. Somebody else live? Who live? Goddamn me, shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just found some time, bro. Time, like, escaped me, bro. Like, I literally forgot what day it was. I'm not gonna lie. Man, running businesses, running a household, man, but sometimes it takes its toll on you. Sometimes you just don't get enough sleep. But I wasn't even sleep. It just like, it hit me like, damn, it's Friday, stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? But by the time over Jag Queen. Who's the Jag Queen, man? Who's the Jag? I'll be checking her out, bro. But yeah, man, yeah, it got away from me, bro. You know what I mean? It was way too late by then. I literally didn't realize it was Friday until it was technically Saturday, about 12:15. I was like, what? Like, I swear to God, bro. But it is what it is, man. It be like that sometimes, though, man. But like I said, we got a lot of boxing news and all that great stuff going on, bro. Bruh, my biggest news, and yeah, we are doing the Holloway and Oliveira UFC fight, you know what I'm saying? But, damn, I thought I put the UFC, whatchamacallit. Why did I? What the? Boy, I'm telling you, I was rushing. But anyway. To everybody, but we gonna have some boxing talk as well. Y'all know we are over on Just That. We are typically a boxing channel, but we salute all combat sports. We don't let it get away from us at all. But Rosso just won. Rosas, I can't say his name right, but I'm a fan of him. I like that he vlog and stuff. You get to learn who he is and stuff. But yeah, he just won. But I'm not gonna lie, I want to see this Holloway and Oliveira fight. You know, whatever. If I ain't mistaken, Holloway won the first one, right? I think we was live on here. It was like the first round or something like that. He got either was a TKO or he got KO'd. One of them. It was a minute ago, but yeah, most definitely it went down. But yeah, man, I'm gonna put there. Y'all know how we do. It's still being ran like a Thursday. I done missed the Judge's Table podcast, so we gonna go and continue the fight party the traditional way. But we still gonna talk about everything else. No doubt. I'm gonna put the link in the chat and let y'all have at it. Anybody want to come through? Got any news they want to speak about? But I got two topics I do want to touch on. One, Joe Apatow. Decisions, sir. Decisions, which I think the decision has already been made. I think they always knew it was going to come down to this. I think he got caught in a trick bag. Now, this is all my opinion. This ain't been put out. But I told y'all probably about a month of Sundays ago when this fight was announced that we was going to have to wait and see because I haven't seen anything to be announced for as the Ali Act being amended. Because if it was amended, then they can have their own UBO. They can have their belt. Seems to be, though, that they still going to throw the belt out there, but it's not in conjunction with what Joe Apatow wanted. He still want to represent the IBF. Now, a lot of people are mad at the IBF, but we have been saluting the IBF a little bit over this way for being content with their rules. They stand on their rules. You know what I'm saying? So being though they ain't sanctioning the fight, if he step in that ring, they gonna strip old Joe Apatow. Ja Apatow. And me personally, I'm not mad at them for it. A lot of people are mad at them for it, but me personally, I'm not, because if you're gonna have a rule book, at least be consistent, right? Now, I will say this: you letting somebody else get over, and his name is Usyk, like you letting him go ahead and fight a kickboxer. What dude is a karate dude or something? I don't know. I just know I didn't care to hear about it once I learned it was somebody other than boxing. But other than that, though, I'm just gonna be real. No. Matter of fact, I'm tripping. No, I ain't got nothing to do with the IBF. Do it. Anyway, let's stick with Joe Apatow, man. At the end of the day, I think Ja went to Zuffa with good intent, right? They had all intentions and told that man that, yes, you could fight for your IBF. Y'all saw him up at the press conference. If you took your time out to watch it, I did. And he had the IBF strap up there. So I'm thinking he didn't pay sanctioning fees, this, that, and the third. Did somebody from Zuffa came out and said they paid sanctioning fees or something like that? And it's like, that don't make sense. So somebody lying somewhere, or whatever the case may be. They said that now this was per Dan Raphael, which sometimes you gotta take with a grain of salt, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But said that the IBF guy was there to watch the weigh-in, and he left. And they were gonna go by the word of Zuffa, which didn't make any sense to me. So, man, I can't wait to Sunday see what's going on. Is the fight gonna get canceled? Because if I'm Ja, I'm holding on to my IBF strap. That's worth 10 times more than a damn Zuffa belt. Like, I get what he was saying at the press conference when he was saying that, I'll be the first to hold it. That's history to have my name to be the first. Yeah, only if you're gonna be over there on a consistent basis. You're gonna be defending it consistently, and you got to put a number behind that. Like, you got to defend that thing a lot of times to make it worth something. Like, you got to go back to the days when the WA, one of them. What belt was that? Hold on, let me get my shit. It was WCW. Was it IBF? I think it was the IBF. One of them they didn't have no respect, but they had to put on the right person, and it had that Aaron Creed. They had to add some type of credence to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be funny, but Jai's not that type of star to add credence to a belt, right? He's not worldwide. He's not a guy that somebody knows, or even from the right country, so to speak. What I mean by that is, Australia is not a big boxing country. Let's say it like that. You know what I mean? Where a lot of them come from there. A lot of great boxers come from there. So if I'm Ja Apatow and I'm trying to take my country to the next level and make my country known as a boxing country where you can come get boxers and, we produce legendary guys, bro, keep the IBF, bro. I'm being real with you, bro. Like that Zuffa belt at the moment is like a Maple Leaf belt. Right? It's a Maple Leaf belt. It's a WWE belt. It even looked like one of the WWE belts, bro. And that ain't got nothing to do with it. The look ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but it's just that I hope he doesn't abandon that belt, because the last word that I heard was that now it's for the linealship. Man, that's just gonna cripple everything, because now what bargaining chip does he have to warrant the winner of Benavidez and what's the other guy name, man? I forget his name. I'm going blank, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's about to be out the window now, bro. You don't have nothing. It's not like your name carries that much weight. So you're supposed to be on this road to collect belts to add weight to your name. You know what I mean? And you're quite not there. And I think part of me feels like Zuffa knew that this was coming, bro. Like, let's just get him here, and then, hey, we'll deal with that shit when we cross that bridge. You know what I'm saying? Salutes to Lex, man. No, we on the second to last card. It hasn't started yet, though. It has not started. Salute to Lex for coming through. I'm just rubbing my mouth. But no, they ain't started yet. Chappelle, what's going on? Wait, a bunch of people that came in this thing. Dang. What's up, Lex? Salute to you, man. Hope you or she. I hope you hit that follow button, pretty lady.
Hello, motherfucker.
E-Dub, what's happening?
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, Chappelle, what's going on, baby?
Hello, motherfucker.
I heard you over there snapping out, goddamn me. Shit. Chappelle always standing his ground, though. That's what I respect about Chappelle, man. He stands his ground. Round one, what's good?
Hello, motherfucker.
Round one, that's what I'm trying to figure. I think somebody lying somewhere, bro. Dan Raphael reported they was there for the weigh-in and left, right? Something had to happen between there. And then somebody from Zuffa claimed on Twitter that they had been paid in advance. Never heard that word with a sanction body in advance, right? I don't know how true that was. And then now they're announcing he's fighting for the linealship. Bro, I told you shit not gonna go right, bro. This is them trying to push something that's not right. And what I mean not right, that belt ain't they not really supposed to be behind that belt right now. They just gonna push it. And I was talking to some constituents about this earlier. They were saying that like they could push that belt like a commemorative belt, like a WWC, you know how WBC put a special belt on the line? They could push that as that. So they could still have a belt, right? It just ain't never gonna be able to hold no weight until the official UBO. Now, even then, it still may never hold no weight, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. E-Dub said that belt is basically like a hardcore belt. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. I wouldn't care, bruh. All money ain't good money. This can cost Jai Opatai millions of dollars down the line. Because like I said, what does he have? What does he have? What bargaining chip does he have to say Benavidez or Ramirez, Gilberto, you need to fight me? He don't have nothing. Niggas ain't respecting linealship. I know they doing this big push on Respect the Ring magazine belt, which I do, but at the same time, it's starting to get tainted. Now that's a whole nother conversation, and I ain't liking it, but that ain't the end all be all, because if this belt right here behind me is gonna become like some trinket, it's gonna lose value. It ain't gonna never mean nothing no more once it gets stained. That's the whole thing. And once that fall, they know the rest of them gonna fall. You already got boxers saying they don't care. They feel like they transcended the belts. Suits the Shakur, which he probably has right now, at a pivotal time right now. Yeah, Terrence gone. He step up. You can't really call too many stars. There's a lot of what if stars out there, but that's a whole nother conversation too. I think Devin and Shakur are right now the two legit stars of the game. But that's another until Tank come back, if he come back, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as of right now, to me, they're the two legit stars. But Jai, man, I really think that, yeah, I just me looking at the boxing future, man, that's ass for him to do that. All right, man. We got Ranier who just walked in the ring, man. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. I want to know what y'all thoughts is on that, man. I just think it's ass the way that it seemed like it was something shady going on. And I don't think it was on Jai's part. I think Jai really thought that, like when he answered the question, he was fighting for the IBF, the ring, and the Zuffa belt come Sunday. And I think he really believed that. Why would he have that belt out there if he didn't? Now, I was already questioning the times where he didn't have a belt. Hey, my man walking out like he just sniffed a whole line of that good shit. God damn, he walking out like Johnny Cage with them glasses on. He like, he, oh my God. He is hyped up on some shit. Yeah, he had some fun dip before he came out. Borrolio, I am the great Borrolio. Looking ass. His name, Child Borrolio. Borrolio. So he does. Hell yeah, he does. I'm taking names and kicking ass. Boy, this motherfucker walking out crazy, bro. Well, Julio, look, he can't even tie his shit up. He's so hyped up. He didn't even tie his shit. He had. Allegedly, he had. But, dog, he couldn't get his. He was like, this nigga high, bro. Allegedly. That's why he got them shades on, bro. Do he usually come out like this? Because Julio is on something. Look how he moving, bro. This shit just took me off my whole square. I'm for real. The way he acting like old boy Beavis. You know, the episode of Beavis where he has hands up like this. I am nigga, they call Julio. That's why he moving, bro. He amped. Yeah, he had some Fun Dip, a whole bag of Fun Dip before he came out, bro. That's how you look when you own something. What's my boy in boxing that they said he was on some coke? He tested positive for cocaine. Yeah, dog. This how you look when you on that shit. Oh my God, let me stop. But no, Jai, man. I can't wait to see it neither, round one. He said, can't wait for the Mars Zuffa Core. I got Jai by KO in 6. Glanton go hard though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for Hatton too. Glanton too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, I mean, I know what's inevitable. You know what's going to happen. But at the same time, I hate seeing it because it's not going to put him a step closer to what I really want. I want to see a giant Gilberto Ramirez, right? Or Benavidez, or I want to see him conquer his dream, bro, right? And I feel like he's one of those fighters that the world should know about. Not a piece of the world or a pocket of fans. I feel like he has the potential to be a superstar. Like, when I first saw him, I was live, and he was on the undercard, and I was like, who the fuck is this dude right here? I immediately was like, hey, man, check his meds or something, bro. He's like a stone cold killer. His face. Did y'all see how his face looked at the press conference? Like, bro, he can gain a following out this world, but this shit right here talking about Zuffa. I like what Zuffa giving us for his boxing, but, bro, you got dudes coming out there in Walmart hoodies and Walmart shorts. That shit don't look exciting, bro. It's like dulling down the atmosphere. It's like they forgot that you got to be able to sell this shit, bro. Like, these dudes came out with space gray hoodies. Some had space gray. It's like they forcing them to advertise Zuffa merch. It feel very generic, right? Very fucking generic. And it was like, so now I get why people are harping on the clothes. When I saw it, I was like, there's no distinction on who's who. There's no pizzazz, so to speak. And it's like, it's already the press conference be dull as fuck. And now you taking that away. This, I don't know, bro. But some people make no never mind. But for me, I was like, you know, I feel like you taking away from a fighter's personality. You know, or to enable them to sell, because their personality is how they sell, bro. And that shit just don't fit, bro. That shit look generic as fuck. But I was happy to see that Jai Abatai didn't come out in that shit. I was happy to see that. He was the only one that didn't come out no damn Zuffa gear. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is at that point. But like, and he had the belt and all that shit, man. I'm just sad that he ain't gonna be able to do that. This dude RDR is former 2 Division 1 champ. Yeah, Rainier. Yeah, Rainier. But yeah, so it is what I'm definitely gonna watch it. At least they can't walk out in fucking pink. That too. You never know. I'm telling you, I think they advertising Zuffa merch and on what is that? Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It might just be pink because they gotta do what they say. But remember, before this shit came out, I told you that's how they run UFC. Damn, he came out with a spinning kick. This dude is hopped up on some Fun Dip for real, y'all. But holy up. Yeah, this dude right here would piss me off right here. I just go get a strap and call it a day, bro. I'm not fighting nobody like this. You ain't beat nobody on dope. You ain't beat nobody on no Fun Dip, bro. Cause he own it. I ain't kicking the fuck out his leg, but Julio with them low kicks. Look at him, bro. Somebody tell me they don't think this dude is hopped up on something, bro. got his hands down. He don't give a fuck because he don't feel shit. I know he numb as fuck. He don't feel none of them low kicks. RDR he want a takedown. That's what he want for real. Ooh, he just got caught with a strike, pushed down by the head. You just got mushed. RDR just got mushed. You got to get your get back. Get your cookies back, bro. You can't get mushed as a grown man, bro. You do that to them hoes, bro. You just, then he just stole on your ass with the left hand. RDR, then you need him in the nuts like a bitch. RDR, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Goddamn, RDR. That man mushed him to the ground. He get up, still on with a left, and he kicked the man in the balls. Come on, bro. We don't allow that. We don't allow that Jean-Claude Van Damme shit. Keep that in the movies, bro. You ain't supposed to do that shit in real life. That man on some shit, man, bro. You done kicked him in his balls. You could make that man die. That was crazy, bro. My man still hurting, bro. He trying to get his shit together. I feel you, because he need him dead in his balls, bro. Yeah, that shit wasn't cool, man. Damn, where my Jean-Claude Van Damme shit go, bro? This shit be moving around on its own, bro. He's still trying to get his shit together. He over there hurting, bro. Yeah, this is how he did it. There it is. Got him good, too. He said, bitch, don't you mush me. I don't know. I probably would do the same thing. You mush me and it's still on me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Straight up. Look how he jumping. What does that do to your balls, y'all? Why he jumping like that? All right, RDR. You done slowed him down. Let's see what you can do. All right, time back in. He looked at him too like, bitch, you better not ever mush me again in your life on live TV. What's wrong with you? All right, jab from RDR. Didn't hit shit, but oh, shit. He gave Borrolio a mean right hand. Woo, shit. Borrolio coming back. Got his hands out. He back in his groove. Damn, he done kicked him off his feet with that low kick. Damn, stole on RDR with a right hand. High kick missed by RDR. Damn, a two-piece by Borrolio, bro. This dude hopped up, bro. He taking punches in the face. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying, ain't no way you getting stole on like this and you it ain't phasing you, bro. Now I don't give a fuck what you on, you kicking the balls, you gonna feel that. But dude, this dude, man, stop playing, bro. He leaking too. When he get hit in the face to leak like that though. Now these you, ooh, straight left hand, another two-piece. Borrolio ain't playing, bro. Damn, he stole up, man. RDR hanging up, bro. God damn, bro. I like these type of UFC fights. See, they stay on their feet. They squabbing, bro. God damn. This dude, oh my God, bro. RDR got a tough ass face though. I ain't gonna stunt because he should be leaking, bro. These shots that he taking, bro. He being patient, he stick to his game plan with that marching step he got. He must have been banned in high school or some shit. Cause I don't understand it. Somebody please explain that shit to me. Why he doing that? All that switching while he walking. Ooh, body shot. Good body shot by Borrolio. I told you, there it is. I told you. RDR want that takedown. He got him in the back so far. He got Borrolio up against the fence. Borrolio trying to grab the fence. He forgot where he at. You can't grab the fence, fool. He still got he cheating though. Okay, he let it go. Look at him. He's still holding on to that fence, bro. And the camera right on this shit, too. And the ref looking at it. He got the fence, bro. Yeah, you better tell him let go of that motherfucking fence. The ref was looking at this dude hold on the fence for like a good 10 seconds, bro. So I'm assuming Berholio don't got no ground. He doesn't have any ground game, huh? Round one. I'm going for RDR, the former 2-division MMA 1 champion. Hey, his face made a steal because he took some punishment, bro. RDR striking look way better than his last couple of fights. Do it? Shit. Do it? Because he was taking some shit, bro. Uh-oh. Berholio trying to get free, bro. Ooh, elbowed him in the back of the neck. He a Brazilian. He should have that ground game. He didn't want to go to the ground. Maybe when them leaves he chewed on wear off or something. Maybe them 3 leaves he might have chewed on. All that fun did wear off. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll show us then round one. Because as of right now, you saying RDR striking look good. Yeah, he got a little jab. But I'll tell you that boy, Berholio, boy, he ain't bullshitting. His face ain't tough though. I ain't gonna lie. He's leaking. But RDR got the tough face, boy. His face tough as leather. Cause that right hand, that left hand he caught that spent RDR, bro. His ass should have been like, damn. Like that little jab he got, cool. You know what I'm saying? But when that nigga Berholio hit him, bang, right on the chin with that left hand, boy. You hear that shit. Boom, and I didn't got the sound on. I heard that shit. Mark said, what you watch? Paramount Plus. UFC on Paramount Plus. If all UFC fights were like this, I could watch them all. Woo! He catch RDR with that right hand. Caught him coming in for a kick. He ate a right hand, then knocked him on his ass, bro. RDR said, bring it on. Boy, you need to recognize what you're dealing with, RDR. He on some ish, bro. You had to punch him in the nuts a couple more times to bring his high down, bro. Straight up. He fighting like a dude on Sherm, bro. Woo, good head moving by Berholio, I ain't gonna lie. RDR keep reaching with that jab, bro, but that ain't enough, bro. You find a dude who want to fight. Look at that shit. 2-piece from Berholio. Oh, good dodge and landed the left hand. Berholio ain't playing, bro. He patient. He countering. But when he ready to go in, he go in, bro. RDR better put 2 good punches together, bro. There go RDR. You're going for the takedown again. Berholio back up against that fence. You sure he got ground game round one? Because he showed on one. He ain't having it, bro. He like, I ain't going. I'm not going down. I'm grabbing the fence. I'm doing whatever the hell I got to do, buddy. But I am not going down. Good turnaround. Now Berholio got RDR on the fence. He pressing him up against that motherfucker hard, too. He's like, you see how I feel, buddy. That shit hurt like a cheese grater. I know it do. UFC 189. No, this is UFC 3-something. I meant to put it up there. 326. UFC 326, Mark. RDR can't do much with the striking because Berholio got hands. Hell yeah, Berholio got good takedown defense. Oh, okay, well I'm gonna tell you like this. Berholio fight like a dude on wet. If you ever see somebody on some wet fight, that's what it look like, bro. They ain't going nowhere, bro. They ain't going nowhere, bro. They think they Superman. They ain't going. I promise you. You might as well just say, fuck it, I give up. You got this shit, G. I ain't about to do that with you. Yeah, he is not finna get taken down. I'm telling you, right, he do got good takedown defense because he is not letting this dude get in any position to drop him, bro. He got that leg though. RDR trying to get that leg, but I feel like, man, when you see this stuff that make me not want to watch it, bro. Cause like when you do this shit like this and you study trying to tug at this leg, he not give, man, switch that shit up. You so close, you could be knocking the shit out of this man. He got his head under his chin. It would be shit to throw a left hook on Borrolio at that moment and drop him. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep trying to go for the takedown, bro? God gave you two hands for a reason. Use them joints. You know what I'm saying? Borrolio got a good, yeah, that's why I'm saying round one, that because RDR study trying to pull this man thigh. Pause. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. Move, ooh. RDR landed a right hand going in. That was a left hand, sorry. Borrolio keeping them hands down is bothering me, boy. He must think RDR is a chump for real. Oh shit, RDR finally leaking, bro. Stab jab. RDR came in with a two-piece, missed both of them. He just slow. He need to put two punches. I think RDR can't breathe right now. All that blood. There you go, RDR. When the body shot came upstairs and landed one. There you go. Get on your feet, bro. RDR look like he getting a bit winded. There you go. Somebody move in. RDR want to scrap. RDR want to just grab. But Borrolio better make a difference though. Let him come in like he gonna grab you and knock the mess out of him, Borrolio. Yeah, RDR trying to last this round too. Yeah, he can't breathe. End of that round, bro. End of that round. It ain't that boring. I ain't gonna call it boring yet. Round one. I like Borrolio energy, bro. It's just that he in there with a dance partner who don't want to squab. You know what I'm saying? He got no squabbles. So he want to take him down. You got I guess UFC, the striker versus the ground artist or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? But Borrolio got to figure it out too. It ain't just on RDR. Borrolio got to figure out how to get to him, man. One thing Borrolio ain't through is an uppercut. If that dude gonna keep bending over to grab him, throw an uppercut at his ass. Knee him. Do something. You know what I'm saying? You saw RDR get his cookies back after he got mushed. You figure it out too. And when he throwing them reaching at jabs, move your head, bro. That was a good jab. Now that's how you step jab right there. And then came up with this hammer fist ass left. If he would turned that left over, you might have would have knocked him down. Round one, I agree with you because those guys are fucking hungry over there, bro. They hungry over there, bro. Woo! Big right hand for the beginning of this third round. Borrolio on a mission. Look at him. Borrolio a goon, bro. He out there switching and everything, bro. Yeah, RDR scared for what's coming. See, Borrolio act, there you go. Throw that right by shoulder. I said, throw that right hand, bro. Push his ass to the ground. Beat on him. Get him. Right hand, he should have jumped on you, bro. He let RDR get up. Oh, big knee from RDR. I ain't gonna stunt. Borrolio, that pissed Borrolio off. He throwing straight to the ground. Like, hold on, dude. You done lost your mind. Hey, is it illegal to throw? Man, you better throw some elbows. You can't throw elbows at somebody's head in UFC, bro. Because he should have been bing. He should have been beating the mess out of him right there. Round one says legal. Well, he should have been throwing elbows at that dude's head, bro. Fuck that. He had a right for the picking, bro. This shit right here, it should be a 5-second rule. You can't have these two dudes laying on each other like this, bro. This shit don't look right. What is the ref doing, bro? Come on, bro. You got Berholio hugging on this dude. You got Rayner punched him in the ribs, but ain't nothing going on. Berholio definitely ain't trying to bang on. That don't sound right. See, you can't talk right on UFC. God damn. You gotta use proper terms when you talk UFC, because that shit is not gonna sound right, bro. I'm gonna say it properly. Berholio, it is evident that Berholio does not have any ground game. Now, if I would have said that in any other way, that shit would have sounded like shit. What's up, DJ? What's happening, baby? What's going on with you?
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah. Man, Berholio just needs to stand up and get the hell out the way. There you go, Berholio, because you look like you don't know what to do. You here to fight, bro. Fight. Good head moving by Berholio. Get out the way of that two-piece. Two reaching ass hooks, bro. Man, what is RDR doing, bro? Woo, that was a two-piece. Let me shut up. That was nice. Yeah, he tired too. RDR tired as hell. But I'll tell you this, Berholio face is trash right now. His face do not hold up well in fights, bro. For him to like fighting. RDR trying. Chase him down with a two-piece. Good body shot for Berholio. You need to translate to an uppercut, though, sir. Ooh, oh. Dog walking. Oh, Berholio don't want it, bruh. He don't want it, bruh. He had him. He had him, though. Good right hand from Berholio, but that's all he landing is these one punches, man. But he had dude dead to rights on the ground. Didn't do anything. There's 15 seconds left in the last round, too. RDR willing to train this, but Berholio the one walking around wasting time. Yeah, Berholio dead tired, but man, look, I don't know who won that shit. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about, Marcus? I told Slick you cheating with Jab Queen DJ. Oh, you stupid. He said good discussions over there. What they was talking about, y'all? I ain't been on the tube at all. First time I got on the tube is to come on with y'all, to get on with y'all. I want to know what y'all think about that job retire situation. What's y'all opinion about that? The other thing that I want to talk about is Eddie. Salutes to Eddie, y'all. That's why Eddie my favorite promoter, bro. Eddie is my favorite fucking promoter, bro. Eddie gotta be an Aquarius. When is Eddie's birthday? Because I'm telling you, he moved correct. He moved correct. He let you know what you need to know, and you only gonna know what he wants you to know. That man went and signed a UFC fighter, to be correct, UFC heavyweight champ, Aspinall, right? Jet for real, I believe, just to get back at Dana, right? But a smart way to get back at Dana, because it's still within business. And he's still keeping 100% real with Aspinall. I was watching the interview, and Aspinall on my phone, he said, Aspinall asked him, am I just a pawn in all of this? He said, well, yeah, but you finna get paid. You finna be a mega star when I'm done with you. That's some shit right there, bro. That's some shit. But nah, for real though, that man's tapped in UFC, and a lot of people don't understand that, Matchroom just don't promote boxing, bro. They got everything else under the sun, so they represent a lot. You know what I mean? So for him to tap in the UFC is a no-brainer. It just was a matter of time of when he was want to do it. But Julio won. He won. My man got some nerd glasses on, them Superman glasses on, bro. He trying to fool the world. But now, but Julio took that, which I figured he was gonna take. Unanimous decision. I think it's a great move though, because if he make a star out that man, now you got to deal with Eddie and all types of facets. Dana can't be happy with that. The only thing I can see Dana trying to do is get that man beat and get that strap off of him, bro. That's it. And I love it, bro. I love it. Because if Eddie be successful and get him paid, so many UFC fighters going to want that dude to be they promoter or manager or whatever it is. I mean, yeah, manager. Bro, it's going to be off the chain, bro. He and his team called the Fight Nerds. Oh, for real? They called the Fight Nerds? Oh, okay. That's dope. But, hey, he keep coming on that fun dip, bro. It's going to run out. It's going to run out. It's going to run out. DJ say Slick, everyone tripping on the Josh situation. Word? Yeah, they should. I mean, it should be heard, man. I mean, shit. But I'm not blaming Ja, man. I think Ja just got caught up. I think Ja really believed that he was going to fight for that IBF and Zuffa belt and ring was going to be on the line or whatever it may be. And Zuffa knew it wasn't going to be that. You get what I'm saying? That's what I believe. So I believe that, yeah, that's just what I believe, bro. I believe it 100%. And I think Zuffa said we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, and it didn't happen. I think they promised that boy, like, you still be able to fight for all the other belts and this, that, and the third. You know, we're not gonna stop you from doing that. You know, and look. And they might was like, we're not gonna stop you, but they're gonna stop themselves. They knew it, because they knew they weren't gonna sanction that shit. And I'm reading the excuses of that Rick Reno wrote that you know, they should be ashamed of themselves. You know, he still fights somebody in the top 15, blase, this, that, and the third, but it's the point that you fight for another strap. That adds to that. A strap that opposes what they believe in and things like that. How are you gonna coexist if they have no plans to coexist? You gotta understand that. And I think they were really betting on that amendment to go through. So it tells you. But like I said, I was talking to some people earlier, and you know, and these are boxers I'm talking about. And they were saying that the Zuffa belt could still exist. You could put any belt up and it just get recognized as like a trinket. You know what I'm saying? Like a trophy. It doesn't have to mirror that. So even if that amendment don't go through, they can still have their own belt. They just have to play well with other sanctioning bodies. But that doesn't stop them from having a belt. And I was like, oh, word? He was like, yeah, it doesn't have no credence. It's not going to add to nothing, but you could make a belt for anything. So I'm like, all right. So maybe that's what they was going to do. But yeah, now we see that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I just feel, I wish he wouldn't fight for the Zuffa belt. But right now, contracts are signed, and you know they probably got the right to sue him if he don't go through with this, and that's still fucked up. Unless he had in that contract that he was going to be able to defend the IBF, like a fail safe. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the only thing for me is now you don't have a bargaining chip when it comes to Gilberto Ramirez, Benavidez, and all these other fights. It's like whatever, right? You know, Now your belt finna be vacant, and it's probably gonna get put up against whoever, and then you're gonna probably have to go back and try to fight them. But guess what? They don't have to fight you. They don't have to fight you, bro. So it is what it is, bro. I think that shit is trash, bro. You know, whatever, man. And like I said, I think Ja has the potential to put Australia on the map and be recognized as a global star, bro. But now you don't have that chip to put you on that road. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I get it, but I refuse to believe that Ja knew this. You know what I'm saying? That Ja understood this. I refuse to. I think he was under that impression of that he was really gonna be able to do that. Mark says slick. They talked about Obadiah, Boots, lame ass, and other stuff. Jack Queen sound like a huge Boot fangirl. I'm a Boots fan, but I ain't trying to start nothing, bro. But Boots ain't did shit. That's all I'm gonna leave it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Boots got to do something. Boots got to, you know what I'm saying? I need Boots to get busy, bro. I want Boots to stick to what he said. He wanted to fight the champions. He wanted to be undisputed. He said he want to be undisputed 147. Got 2 belts and said, "Fuck it, I'm out." We knew he's gonna do that because of weight. Then he get to 154. And he ain't fighting no champions, bro. He's still trying to fight Virgil. Not a champion, bro. Go after fucking champions. He could have been a champion there. He could have been the one fight. What's my boy that lost to Kelly? Murder Zaliev. He could have fought him. So I'm waiting on him to do something that I could rally behind. Because in the beginning, yes, we all agree he passed the fucking eye test. But goddamn, time gonna keep passing you by. Father Time undefeated, bro. Like we want to see that shit put to the test. You know, I do as a fan, but as a fan, I gotta keep it 100. Not doing nothing. And here's a conversation that I really don't be trying to have with other people because then they bring other people into the other boxers and they can't just stay on Boots. They'll be, well, woo, doing this, well, woo. We ain't talking about them. We talking about him. Boxing is an individual sport. It's not him. It's just that person, what moves they making. And yeah, he needs to be fighting, bro. That Virgil shit not finna happen no time soon. I'm pretty sure everybody saw that shit. Virgil talking about he not fighting and all of this shit, man. Look, he finna be like Mikey Garcia. He going to sit and wait his contract out or find a way to buy himself out that contract before De La Hoya let him go. He better go make nice and just try to fight, get all his fights in and get off that contract. But yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? DJ said no, Zuffa don't control the IBF. Hell no, they don't control the IBF, but the IBF control that belt. I think IBF weren't. Mark said I think the IBF weren't happy or whatever. Hold on, we get what up round one? Would it be like?
What up, man? Hey, let me say this about the IBF.
Yeah, go
They
ahead.
some bitches, bro. Like, how the fuck did you get paid and then out of nowhere you just pull the rug out of under Jaya? How the fuck you do it? You got your shit. You got your sanctioning fee. Isn't that what y'all always want? Isn't that what every sanctioning fee wants?
Hey, you smothering your mic.
So what happened?
We ain't hear shit you said because you smothered your goddamn mic, sir.
Okay, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. All right, but like I'm saying, how the fuck do y'all motherfuckers get paid and y'all just pull the rug underneath Jaya, bro? He had, like I said, I was watching the presser yesterday and he had that shit. Had both belts, the ring and then the IBF next there, right?
Yeah,
next
he
to
did
the
too.
ring belt.
And he didn't have no Zuffa gear on either.
Exactly. And then y'all just hating because the Zuffa belt was in the middle. But Jaya had the fucking IBF belt because he knew he was wanting to defend that belt as well as the ring belt, as well to get that Zuffa belt. Like, Come on, man.
But
Y'all
IBF is claiming it's not sanctioned, which means they ain't got no sanctioning fees.
That's the thing, though. They pay. I heard they pay for he paid for that shit.
But listen. When I read it, the part that stuck out to me was the word advance. When you heard them paying sanction fees in advance,
Well, sometimes I have heard that shit too.
I've never heard that.
WBC or something. Like sometimes I've heard WBC do some shit like that too.
It gets sanctioned, but I ain't never heard nobody say, "Hey, take this shit right now because we might need you later on." Type shit. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know if I remember, but I'm thinking I've seen something like that by one of the sanctioning bodies at least. But it's not. It wouldn't be trippy.
It ain't common.
It hadn't happened. If it hadn't happened, because we've seen this shit, certain things from these sanctioning bodies. Yeah. I mean, the IBF was like my favorite because they're more of the stricter ones, especially with like the weigh-ins and shit like that.
But think about it though. That's per rule though. If he's fighting an unsanctioned bout, right? It's in their rules. He can be stripped. He still ain't stripped. They said he's not stripped technically yet. They said the minute he set foot in that ring and fight for that belt,
yeah, he's gonna be stripped.
He's gonna be fucking stripped.
We've seen so many fucking sanctioned bodies do that too, like the WBO saying that to Jermell Charlo fighting Canelo because the WBO has certain rules like that. If you're fighting for another WBC belt in another weight division, they could strip you, like shit like that or something,
right.
So clearly he was undisputed. Both belts were also on the line, so they could do that, technically. Yeah. And that's how Tim Tszyu became the champ,
right.
Technically, right? So I've seen it from certain fight, but it's just like
hold on, real quick. Round one. Oliveira is walking out. Salutes to 93 octanes. He said Charles is plus 333 for submissions. That can't be correct. Facts, bro.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah.
I was looking at it too. They lying like a motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker Superman if he can do.
Hey,
he got me fast as fuck.
That dude, every time I see him fight with Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, he get dropped, bro. But then somehow he get back up and drop these motherfuckers, bro. Like he got that power shit,
Mm-hmm. Shit was funny as hell. I said, dude ain't lying. He said, that can't be correct. You right. That cannot be fucking correct. This motherfucker ain't Superman.
Hey, Slick, you going tomorrow live on the Zuffa boxing card?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oliveira, correct me if I'm wrong. Oliveira lost the last one in the first round, right?
I mean, if you look at it,
we was live. It was a knockout, wasn't it?
Yeah, Max Holloway and Oliveira, they both got knocked out by Ilia Topuria.
Right.
Who's undefeated, who's the champion of the lightweight division. So yeah, they both kind of got knocked out by this dude Ilia Topuria.
But he got knocked out. But he got knocked out by the dude he fighting tonight, though.
No.
Oliveira got knocked out by Holloway.
It was TKO because back then.
Okay, TKO. Okay, it was a TKO.
I think he got
That's why I said it was a TKO or a knockout. Yeah, I knew it was one of them because we was live when they were doing it.
Yeah, it was a good fight, but it wasn't like something happened. It was like that dude Charles. I guess his shoulder popped out or something. So like when he fell, basically it's a TKO. But yeah, it was like conclusive, like the fight, and that was like in 2015 when that fight happened.
Yeah,
so that was before they were champions,
Yeah, I was live when that shit. I was on my other show doing that shit.
Man, hey, okay, so if we see Jaya win this Zuffa belt, what do you think Jaya's gonna do? Because when
Jaya's finna be pissed, bro. I don't know what he gonna do, bro. I think Jaya's been lied to. That's what I think.
This is what I think could happen. He's gonna win, and then they could put him on the next like Netflix card or something. Because look, I thought Conor Ben could have been on the Zuffa card on Paramount Plus. No, he's on an undercard of Tyson Fury that's on a Netflix card.
I get that though, but the point is, Jaya was having that belt was to get him to the next level of being unified with the winner of Gilberto and them. And that shit don't he ain't got nothing to bargain with. That them dudes, all the pressure ain't on them no more.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing, they'll meet up together. Like whoever becomes undisputed or
what's up, DJ?
Oh, go ahead. What up, DJ? How you been, bro?
Oh, round one. Don't let me interrupt your
No,
rant.
go ahead, bro. We talking about Jaya. So, what do you feel about
Well,
Jaya's position?
first of all, Jai, not Jaya.
Sorry, Joy, my bad. But what do you feel about this position?
Um, I was always pretty circumspect when Jai signed with Zuffa. All right. The reason part of that is you only see some interviews, not all. There's a level of consistency that I see between Mick Francis and Jai Opatire about actually how the conversation started. Um, a representative from Seller or Zuffa came across to Australia in December last year to watch Jai fight Sin Cara. Goes by the name Ish. I don't know who Ish is, but
I heard that name more than a couple times.
yep. Part of the conversation was that keeps being not scripted, but comes naturally from Jai and Mick Francis is that they weren't interested in signing any other contract that prevented, here's the key, prevented him from getting an opportunity to unify or go for an undisputed. Right? Now, I don't have a copy of the contract, right? But understand that Jai doesn't get in the boxing industry today, Jai doesn't get the fame across media, social outlets in Australia that many of the other fighters get.
Right.
So part of what I believe the draw was that if you got your face, your name, your product all over Paramount Plus, all across the world, well, you can't do better than that. Forget about the bullshit stuff here in Australia. You need a international reach. The last international reach that Jai Opatire had was probably Breeders 2, where he fought on Riyadh season. So he became a Turkey ambassador, right? I think that's what they call them.
Right.
Now, the key to me is that I don't think that people are looking at, they want to understand the business when it suits them, but they don't want to look at the business when it doesn't suit them. So Turkey Al Sheikh had enough bank balance to make a Jai Opatire and a Zerdo fight if he wanted to. Right?
Right.
He didn't want to. He chose a Benavidez and a Zerdo fight. Cinco de Mayo. Plain facts. Right? If Turkey wanted to see Jai fight Zerdo, I guarantee you he would have paid Oscar and Zerdo what they wanted. He decided to go for Benavidez and Zerdo. Now, that might suck for Jai, and it probably does, but the reality is that's what he wanted first. All right, so that's not Zerdo ducking Jai. That's actually Turkey Al Sheikh saying, hey, no, I want something different, and this is what I'm going to pay for. So don't get mixed up on this ducking bullshit. Oscar's, you see it around the place, and it just frustrates me.
I ain't say nobody was ducking.
No, you didn't, Slick, but I guess I'm speaking broadly in saying that until fans realise that the promoters might be the problem, not the fighters, stop blaming the fighters for ducking each other if the promoters can't get on board at the negotiation table. It could be a promoter ducking a promoter.
No,
right?
We see that a lot. Well, at least I do. When it comes to the business side, like I say, you gotta pay attention to both sides. Like you said, you're right. You're absolutely right. If Turkey wanted that fucking fight, it would have happened. But I think on the business side, Benavidez and Zerto is a bigger fight, and so that's why he promoting that. But let's give Zerto a stay busy fight, get him known, so he can fight the winner of that. But see, my thing is now, what bargaining chip does he have to warrant that fight? You know what I mean? Not the IBF, not right.
Doesn't need one, and I'll tell you why. The IBF was never the actual bargaining chip to get a fight with Golden Boy and Zerto. in my opinion. The bargaining chip in today's industry was the popularity of the fight. Like, how big could you build it? Because
Uh,
you've only got to look at Zapita and Roach. Like, fucking no one wants to see that fight. Goddamn, for a world title fight, none of them fucking deserve it, right?
right.
It's an agreement between promoters and a popularity fight that suits the promoters, right? Not the boxing fans. So Jai is just as susceptible to the promotion, the numbers, the fame, regardless of the boxing fans, as everyone else. Like, and cruiserweight's not one of those. Everyone's watching it with bated breath.
Hmm.
So I think he's definitely got an opportunity to go across there and get his name circulated through the US population. Right? Now, the bit that I don't understand is that, what are we in? We're in March.
Hmm.
Tell round one to come back up. He'll get his say. He's welcome to his opinion.
His fight for the start. That's why he dropped off.
Oh, okay. If you've got a rule for a fight that happened last year, I want you to keep the same rule for a fight that happened this year,
Yeah.
or something that fell through last year for the same reasons that fell through this year.
Yeah.
So Jai being an ambassador at Tasman Fighters last year, he was kind of co-promoted to Matchroom. Now he's actually still working for Turkey Al Sheikh in some respect over there at Zuffa. It's not disconnected, right?
No,
All he's done.
I don't think it's like a drop off. What I mean by like a chip, like I was speaking from my perspective of like, because I believe Jai could be a superstar, right? And
Yep.
we all know how fans can be. So that IBF was a huge play for him because whoever he going to fight, it'd be champion versus champion. And if you whoop him, then it's like validation. You get what I'm saying? So I get him coming to Zuffa for the promotion, but I feel like that he really believed that he was going to be fighting for the IBF, and I believe that Zuffa or whoever knew he wasn't going to come unless he could fight for it. Correct? But here's the thing: they also knew, okay, let him think that because we could let it take care of itself because we know the IBF is not going to let him get away with it. You get what I'm saying? So my thing was, God damn, Oliveira is beating the fuck out of Holloway, but and dropped him, well, slammed him rather. But at the same time though, so that's where I was at with like, I can't imagine Jai playing this role all of this time, and then bring the belt out and all of that, and then sit there with it, and then all of a sudden discovering that it's not sanctioned, and the minute you step in that ring, we stripping you. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I do, but let me challenge that. In 2025, Jai fought pretty much by way of increasing his popularity and increasing directly or indirectly the IBF belt at Cruiser. They gave him mandatories that nobody knew about. So the IBF actually didn't help Jai build his profile, right?
Right.
Just didn't. They just picked numbers from all over the world. Jai fought them, knocked them out, whatever.
Right.
Now, if the IBF was smart, in my opinion, is that all the heat or all the media that's on Zuffa at the moment is they had an opportunity to leave the belt around Jai and reap the benefits of it without actually spending a cent.
Oh, he can choke this man out. Oliveira finna choke him out, y'all. Oh, shit. Yeah, he almost got it hooked. Bite his ass. Fuck that. Is biting illegal? Let that motherfucker. He almost got it too.
I was on a roll, Slick.
Go ahead, but my bad. He jumped on his back like a little
It's not
spider
your
monkey.
bad. It's your show.
Yeah,
Looked at the obligation that a contract signs is there's no contract that's going to guarantee that a promoter can guarantee that they can control the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, and the WBC. Nobody can guarantee that, right? All you can do is get a contract to say that you won't be prevented from fighting other champions in those sanctioning bodies.
right.
What I'm saying to you is that for last year, the 3 mandatories that Jai and Tasman fighters were forced to actually take at their own expense and break even, there was no big profit out of it, is that they actually didn't have Jai mandated today, last week, the week before against, a new champion. So Zuffa gave him an opportunity to fight Brandon. And they said, well, hang on, what's going on here? He's not our guy. We didn't do it.
Right.
So the question now becomes, it says, well, if I wear your belt during the promotion and I respect your belt and your sanctioning body and say, hey, look, I'm actually the IBF champion as well, that shouldn't come down to, oh, we need to sanction your next fight. What you can actually do, in my opinion, is say, well, go and have your fight, even if we don't sanction it, because we get free advertising. If Zuffa builds your profile, that helps the IBF. That's where I think the fuck up is, right?
That might be, but then they'll be essentially turning into the WC of not following their rules. That's why I say I'm not mad at the IBF for doing it. I just think, like, I get what you. I agree. Actually, agree with everything you're saying. Like, if they would take a step back and look at it, like, this can really put us on another level and worth more to our belt or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, though, if they don't stand by their own rules, then they just essentially become like everyone else. That's why I'm confused. Where I get it that like I said, Zuffa, and I agree, that's probably how it went. Yes, we will let you fight anybody else that you want to fucking fight. We don't care what sanctioned body you go through to fight them. We don't care, as Zuffa, right? But also in the back of their minds, they was like, they not finna sanction this shit because we're not sanctioning body per se.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So they don't have to play with us. You know what I mean? So that's so it's like you taking a fight on your own and you supposed to be fighting the next guy up. So it's not like they're without reason of what they're doing.
Well, let me pitch it to you a different way.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen plenty of popular fights over the years at catchweights, right? And the sanctioning bodies don't need to be a part of it because they can't sanction it because it's not at a given weight. Explain to me how this could be any different in principle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that I think my opinion is that if Turkey has access to you and your promoter to put you on a ring card or a Riyadh season card, he has access to you to put you on a Zuffa card if the price is right.
Right.
Because you got to remember that Jai still got the ring belt, right?
Yeah.
Turkey owns ring. So anyone over there in the other four sanctioning bodies, if they're undisputed with 4, they're going to want that ring belt. And Turkey's carrot is, well, come over here to Zuffa Promotions or Seller Promotions, and you can effectively fight for the whole lot. Forget the Zuffa belt, right? The ring belt.
Right.
So I don't think the IBF is the leverage that Jai needed. I think that the ring belt and Turkey behind him was the leverage to potentially get a few of these other fights that we want to see him have. Mark's going to come in hot, Slick. Put your disclaimer up. He's in a mood.
Nah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I just don't understand. I don't understand why couldn't this fight be like why couldn't the IBF treat it as a voluntary what do you
Exactly.
call it?
Exactly.
Defense.
No different.
Just a voluntary defense. Why couldn't it
No
be treated
different
like
to
that?
what.
because they're not a at the moment, you know, Zuffa's like a boxing. I'm trying to find a better word, not circus, but it's like they're not a sanctioned body. They're trying to hold a belt. You understand? Like it's not something that it's not legitimized yet. Let's say it like that. You know what I mean? So like he's not tapping into someone who has rankings. He's not tapping into someone that has their fighters on the rankings and they're part of their rankings. It's not like that yet over there. So it's free game over there. So how can I have a voluntary with a legit boxer if none of them? Damn, he elbowing the fuck out of him in his head. Man, tap the fuck out and go get a gun. Fuck. But you get what I'm saying though?
I don't see the difference if I don't know if there is.
That's like Mark him having a voluntary with you. That's what it's like at Zuffa right now. None of them guys are part of no ranking system. None of those guys are part of, you understand what I'm saying?
But that's what a voluntary is, that it's just a voluntary. You could fight some bum out of a pub, couldn't you?
No, like he got to be part of somebody who could validate you part of a ranking system. So you have to be validated.
Okay,
like they're not validated.
But what if,
like Bob is validated. Bob is validated.
Yeah.
Eddie's validated.
But I don't know if there is.
But they're not sanctioned bodies, Slick. They're promoters.
That's what I'm trying to say. But their fighters can be promoted. They're not validated though. Like they're not validated. They're not validated for none of these people to be in the fucking. Be in there.
Well, that's garbage because they were validated before they were bought to Zuffa. Either validated highly or poorly.
Yeah, but they can't get you validated. They can't even stand as a promoter. They can't even stand to put you in there. What fighter do they have right now? So essentially, when I look at all of those fighters over there going to Zuffa, they're staying at Zuffa, they're at ground zero. They're not going to be able to play with nobody else. They can't go with nobody else. They can't do none of that. So at the same time, how do I pick a voluntary from over there?
Well, see, that's
why I said your voluntary can't be Mark. I'm gonna go get my homeboy next door real quick, y'all, and I'm gonna put him in the ring and beat the shit out of him. I can't do that.
This is the point that I'm saying. I think they can. Forget about looking at Zuffa as a sanctioning body or equivalent of, right? I know that's kind of how you look at it, Slick, but the reality is if Turkey had access to you when you were with PBC, Golden Boy, or Matchroom, right? He can bring you across to Zuffa, right? Under a ring card or whatever it is, right? And you actually don't need validation by rankings that are bullshit anyway, right? You actually get validation by just fighting the name that you're fighting in the ring. And I believe that's where Dana's saying we don't need the sanctioning bodies to bless what we're actually trying to do.
Fighters can fight all they want, but what I'm saying is when you got a belt that ain't validated, and when you trying to put people in there that cannot even, that aren't validated themselves in the eyes of sanctioning bodies, it ain't gonna happen. How can I work? Like they're trying to put their own belt up at the same time. It's not even a valid belt.
Man, forget about the belts. They've handed out pride belts for no good fucking reason.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is, essentially, a trinket. But my thing is the WBC is a sanctioned body. And when they do that, usually there's another belt on the line with it. Like the commemorative belts or things like that. And basically that's what they're putting up is a commemorative belt.
Mark, you go. You've been trying to get in. Go, Mark.
Go ahead.
I've been fucking trying. I've been trying real hard.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Now, I'm trying to get my head around this. Now, I don't know if there is or there isn't, but if there was an IBO cruiserweight champion and Jai was fighting him, would the IBF have stripped Jai of that belt?
Say that again. I'm so sorry. What'd you say?
If I don't know if there is or there isn't, but if there was a IBO cruiserweight champion and Jai fought him, would the IBF have pulled the belt?
Nah, that's IBO. They're sanctioned about it. They're real. The what's the other one? WO, and you got the IBO. Yeah, them sanctioned bodies, bro.
Yeah, but they're not fucking red. They're recognised about as much as the Zuffa fucking belt.
No, but they're legit champions in other regions, though. Let's not forget whatchamacall had that belt. Who had that motherfucking
No, that's just
belt?
another. It's just another world championship belt that's not recognised by anybody to
Right.
be included in the fucking 4 belts.
But they're
Just
legit
like
sanctioning
Zuffa belt.
bodies, though. They're legit sanctioning bodies. It's not a Zuffa. The Zuffa belt don't got rankings. The Zuffa belt is just a trinket at this moment. That's what I'm saying. They don't have. They're not established. That's why I was waiting this whole time to see what was gonna happen. If y'all remember, I've been screaming for a month of Sundays. They were betting on that damn Ali Act that already been passed.
Okay. Well, I've got another
You get what I'm
point.
saying?
If I can, I've got another point. Now, they were about to watch. Well, reportedly, we're going to watch fucking Usyk fight a kickboxer that's had one professional boxing match.
Yeah, I said that too.
Now, are the other domestic? Are the other sanctioning bodies going to pull all these belts?
Yeah, I don't understand that. That I don't. I said that at the beginning of this. Like, I don't.
See, well, what's the? I don't see the difference.
I don't agree with that. And like I said, I lost interest.
And like when
he was a fuck karate dude or something. The fight was black. Hold on, Mark. Anybody else watching this UFC shit? It's black. They don't. The screen them blacked out. All right, go ahead, bro.
What about when Tank was reportedly going to fight Jake Paul? Was he going to get stripped of his belt?
That's a good question, though.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I mean, you bring up a good point, and I spoke about that, Mark. I said,
but I don't know.
This?
Well, Jake Paul's part of. I'm sorry, I mean cut you off, but Jake Paul was a boxer though, so I don't know. It's a good question, but
Brandon Glanton's a fucking boxer.
Yeah.
I mean, there seems to be some rules for some and other rules for others, and the IBF, we know they're notorious. I mean, they already stripped Jai once for some pathetic fucking reason. He had to fight to get it back. I mean, I don't. This is why people don't follow boxing, because it is so fucking hard to follow.
Yeah, I agree with DJ when he's saying that the IBF should have took a step aside from their own rules, because this would have put them, on a higher pedestal. You get what I mean? I definitely agree with that, but at the same time, I can't be mad at their rules. It's the other ones don't fall in line with it, because even with the ring belt, I agree that the ring's on the line and things like that's all you care about. But then in that case, he needs to be fighting the number 2 guy then. If we gonna just go by the ring.
Well, that's some bullshit right there, Slick.
And that's another thing I put in the comments. I put that in the comments earlier. So what are they saying, that this Brandon Glanton is a fucking second best cruiserweight in the world? They're putting the ring belt up.
He's like number 15 or something.
Well, why is the fucking ring belt up there?
Exactly. That's why I just said if we go by the ring belt, technically he should be fighting number 2 then. That's why I was screaming earlier, and I said, man, I don't know about this ring belt shit, because once it gets stained, it'll never be able to get its legitimacy back. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
it just boils down to who care about belts and who don't. I mean, it wraps back around that conversation, and
I actually don't think that Zuf is actually doing anything in principle that's any different to Jake Paul fighting, and he's not ranked either, Chavez or Mike Tyson, right? It's whether the sanctioning bodies have got something in their clauses in their contract to say that whilst ever you're our champion, you owe us X amount if you're fighting a fight that we're not sanctioning. This is my point, right? That the handcuffs that are on boxers are that the sanctioning bodies want to prevent boxers from fighting any fight that they're not sanctioning. And I'm saying that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like forget about the Bud Crawford and the Shakur and all those sorts of things. The sanctioning bodies pretend like that they've got to govern over every single fight in the history of fights. And I'm saying to you that, well, if I want your belt to be on the line as your representative, then yes, I'm going to pay the sanctioning fees. I would like you to sanction it. But what you're really doing as the champion of your sanctioning bodies, you're saying, I can't go and have a fight anywhere else for anyone else, right? Because you want to control my career. Like, get fucked. No,
see,
not get fucked. Get proper fucked.
I get that,
Like,
but I'm saying that's like furthest from it though. Like at the time of when they signed that man, they should have made sure what they were offering him could happen. That's what I'm saying. And at the least, he should have made sure that it could happen.
but you're asking Zuffa or Dana to guarantee how their sanctioning bodies are going to move.
It's a phone call. It's a phone call. It's a legit phone call to say, hey,
like,
we got Jai Patai over here, or we want to get Jai, and he wants to be able to still represent you guys while he fights on one of our cards. Can that happen or no? That's legit. If you get a roof on your house, bro, and you say you want a tarmac roof, and you call a company, say, do you guys you gonna call and ask, can they do that? You're not gonna sit here and just say, hey, give me the roof, I want this, and just let them come do whatever, right?
Slick. Last weekend,
they definitely should have confirmed it.
Last weekend, when Jai Patai and Benavidez come across each other and said g'day and want to fight each other, Jai Patai spoke to the IBF powers on that same night at that same fight, and the IBF were in for it, right? So, look, I'm just saying that everyone wants to point the finger at Dana White or Zuffa. I'm just saying that the IBF might have done Jai dirty. And that's not something that you can write into a contract.
Goddamn. I got a question. So it may be one thing that they can't guarantee in the contract, but it is something they can clear, right? They could have got clarity on, right? And that way, even if IBF turned their back, they wouldn't be making. No, I'm saying they could have got clarity, and the minute the IBF would have turned their back on it, then they would have had something to ride on instead of making these lies up. Sure. They tweeting talking about they already paid sanctioning fee.
Yeah,
they paid it in advance, and I've never heard that.
Yeah, sure, you can do it that way, but what you're actually doing then is you're still, as Zuffa Promotions or Settle Promotions, you're still asking for the sanctioner's body's permission, essentially, to go and actually schedule your fights. This is what Dana's saying. I think that Dana wants to work with champions from other sanctioning bodies and other promoters, but he's not going to have the sanctioning bodies dictate terms to him.
Right, I understand that, but at the time, so now we get to the nitty gritty of it. Now I believe that. If you led with that, I 100%. But he don't want to play ball. He wants to do it his way. It was the same way. It's the Turkey way. That's why him and Turkey get along, because Turkey came in having a problem with the sanctioning bodies preventing fights because he had to go through red tape or getting them sanctioned and this, that, and the third. And he couldn't understand why he couldn't just directly go to promoters and say, I want to do this fight and do this fight if they're champions without getting the sanctioned body's permission. And I understand what Dana wants, but you have a fighter that still wanted to represent that IBF. A fighter that still wanted his belt nonetheless. But I like that. Now we're on the same page. I feel like Opatai really felt like he was going to be able to keep that belt. And I felt like they told him, yes, you'll be able to keep your belt, and represent it. But in the back of their minds, they knew the IBF was not going to go for it. And they were willing to let it fall in the IBF's lap. That way it looked like it's all the IBF's fault. That's what I'm saying. It's like killing a bird with, what they say, killing two birds with one stone.
Look, but I can look at it the other way and I'll say, well, there's no real reason that the IBF couldn't have sanctioned a fight in June or July.
Oh, shit. Elbows.
Under Settler Promotions. Like, think about it. It's forget Zuffa Boxing and the Muhammad Ali Act. Settler Promotions are just another promoter, right? So deals can be made when it suits the situation.
Well, why didn't they do that? Like, that's a big if. Why that would have been smart. Like how they did, for instance, like how they did the
I'll tell you
Canelo
why they
and
didn't
Bud
do
fight.
it.
How they did Canelo and Bud fight. That was technically that was a Zuffa fight, but it was sanctioned and they went a different route. So why they didn't do that with this one then, and just still call it a Zuffa event?
Well, it was sanctioned because the sanctioning bodies wanted to get their fucking money out of that really big card that was going to be one of the fights of the year or the decade, right? No different to the WBC wanting to sanction Jake Paul and AJ. There was no need for the WBC to sanction that. Didn't need to. They just wanted to get their cut of it, right? So,
Right.
you know, there's some greed and bullshit at play here that history will tell you. I don't need to spell it out to people that if a sanctioning body feels like they're missing out or they're losing control, they throw their toys out of the cart and want to strip people or fine them.
But that's part of their rules, though. Like,
But they write their own rules, Slick.
Well, they've been pretty consistent with stripping motherfuckers that ain't doing what they supposed to do. Am I lying though? From Canelo to Bud to those people not fighting the next person up, well, we gotta take the belt from you, bro. Like it is what it is. I'm not trying to place all the blame on Danny. I'm really not. I'm just baffled how didn't nobody get this cleared in the get-go. Especially after you release a statement on Twitter talking about we paid them sanctioning fees in advance. So if you paid them sanctioning fees in advance, that means you must have talked to them in advance. And that means they must have said, okay, we're good with it. But obviously that wasn't the case because the IBF said ain't nobody sanctioned shit.
But what if the IBF don't want to actually give Brandon the belt because he doesn't deserve it if he beats Jai? Have you thought about it that way?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's all different, but it all goes back down to the rules, though. Like, I mean, seriously, if there's another guy up that he should be fighting, besides Brandon, then that's per rule. I'm not trying to defend him, but I'm just going by the rule. So obviously, there's the next guy up for that belt that he. No,
I'm not gonna accuse you of defending anything. We're just having an open conversation.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just saying that if there got to be a guy a reason if somebody else supposed to be up, but they want to fight Brandon, like no, that's which part of their platform. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? They like, no, that's not who he's supposed to be fighting, bro. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
So think about it this way. Why would Eddie Hearn allow Anthony Joshua to fight Jake Paul under MVP promotions on Netflix when Anthony Joshua is essentially contracted to and owns shares in DAZN? Yeah. I'll tell you the easiest way that happens. Mm-hmm. Netflix gives Anthony Joshua and DAZN, I don't know, $10 million to make that shit go away, right? Mm-hmm. That right there, that transaction is really what you're looking at, because you've got a situation now that if you're ranked in any of the sanctioning bodies, you're not allowed to go away and have a random fight that they're not in control of or get money from. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. It's not a Zuffa thing. It's not a Turkey thing.
So somebody didn't want to fit the bill, is what you're saying. So they was like, well, fuck you.
Yes.
Okay. That I can agree with. Now, I wish Dana and them would have said that shit, because the shit they said earlier, I was like, that shit don't make sense. I've never heard nobody say we paid sanctioning fees way in advance. I've never heard that in boxing history, somebody just paying on an if. I've never heard that. Because if the fight don't take place, if the fight doesn't take place, that's why sanction fees come out that week or out the check. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I hope the IBF send that money back. Otherwise, I'd be suing their asses.
Right, but they didn't get it. They said ain't nobody sanctioned this shit. They ain't received nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, so but I'm saying this is what they put out, and instead of, I wish they would have said the truth. Like, I can agree with DJ on that shit. Hey, them motherfucker wanted a price we couldn't pay. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Just put the shit out there. You know what I mean? I can totally agree with that. That was the case, 100%.
I think it's a situational based conversation between sell a Zuffa and the sanctioning bodies. I think that most parties are happy to get their product out there and pay the fees if it's necessary. But Zuffa is trying to say, look, we can put on a fight or a fight card without the sanctioning bodies dictating whether it's okay or not. We don't need your permission. Now, I feel sorry for Jai. If he's the athlete in the middle where he was hoping that the promoters and the managers were going to sort it out, but I'm still confused anyway, because yesterday at the press conference they said the IBF belt is up for grabs, and then we hear in the back room after that they said, "Oh no, we're going to strip you." Right? The thing that I would say about the sanctioning bodies is they've lost the want to have the best fighter in that division represent their belt, because if the IBF
They want
thinks that they're
the most profitable. I think they want, DJ, the most profitable.
Exactly.
I think that if they let him kept the belt and moved on to the winner of Benavidez and Gilberto Ramirez, he would have become one of the most profitable. So that's why I say I agree with DJ. If they would have just step aside from your rules for one time and let that man go out there and win, and if they announced that he's getting the winner of that fight, he would have became a star. You get what I'm saying?
But you watch.
That's why I agree with DJ on that. 100%.
They're going to work that belt. They're going to work that belt into either Benavidez or Zurdo's fucking hands.
That's why I see.
Because those two generate more money.
Because now he don't have a bargaining
or either
chip.
one of them. Yeah.
All the pressure was on him while he had that belt, and now he don't have a belt, and now it's like this and that third. I agree with a lot of DJ points, like you said. I do agree with DJ when it comes down to Dana, Turkey, and them, that they don't want to deal with the sanctioning bodies. They don't.
But I honestly don't believe.
Make fights off namesake.
I honestly don't believe that Zurdo or Benavidez were going to fight Jai anyway. And maybe there's been some backroom talks, and they said, "Listen, we're not going to fight that motherfucker. Try and get the belt off him, and then we'll fight for it against someone else. But we're not fighting fucking Jai off a tire."
But Mark, Benavidez versus Jai is the barn burner of the century.
For real.
Like, if you are a proper boxing fan, as I believe Turkey is, you nearly can't put a better matchup together. Jai Opataya versus Vert, that's some fucking wishful thinking. But hey, Slick, it's your channel. Do you want to invite Aircraft Gary up for a chat?
I've been inviting him up. He don't never come
up.
Man.
I think we've tried that quite a few times. I think he just
shit.
He's happy in the chat. I think.
Oh, I thought he was falling off the thing. I think Oliveira won that fight, man. It was kind of a boring fight. The guy had exciting moments, but it was kind of boring though. But no,
look, I have a problem. This is fundamentally probably how I can.
Let me answer this real quick. Let me answer this question real quick, Deej. He said GMT wasn't with the sanctioning bodies before Bud Shakur, but when he was sanctioned bodies now. No, I'm for I've rooted for IBF because they're the one that's been the most consistent. When they stripped Canelo and people was mad about that, I wasn't mad because I knew he let that belt go. He wasn't mad about it because he was just going to double back and go get it. But it was because he wasn't fighting again the next guy up, which was William Skull. If you were lined up to fight the next guy up and that's in their rules, I have no problem with that whatsoever. So it's not like they haven't done this to major stars or whoever, right? They are not necessarily a pick 'em and choose them type of sanctioning body. So I have no problem with that, right? My whole problem was with the, like, okay, who dropped the ball? That's all I'm saying. I feel like Jai team dropped the ball because you can't put all the blame on Zuffa because Jai team should have made sure this shit was straight. You get what I'm saying? Straight up. You don't put all your apples in one basket and slide it over, say you handle that, and then hope to get a good product back. No, fuck that. We need to find out for ourselves because in his eyes, he wanted to fight. What we've been hearing, he wanted Gilberto. He wants, the Benavidez fight. He wants those fights. His goal is to become undisputed, right? So when I hear that, and I'm like, okay, so now for a month long, I'm like, okay, now I see the Zuffa belt up, has the Ali Act pass, learned it ain't passed. but because the IBF was supposed to be up. You see what I'm saying? Because if the Ali Act had passed, they wouldn't have gave a fuck about the IBF. Fuck the IBF. Get that shit off the stage. We ain't fucking with it. So when I got happy for it, but somewhere along the line, it's just hard for me to believe that Jai was in on this because, like DJ said, to keep that belt, beat Brandon, and move on to get the winner, bro. Like I said, I believe he has potential to be a superstar, bro. I really do. You know what I'm saying? He could have put Australia on the map and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Back to the level like when Costa Zoo and that type of level, bro. He has that type. I believe he has that type of star power. But to not have that bargaining chip just took the pressure off of Gilberto Ramirez, took the pressure off of Benavidez. It took the like, what do we have to fight him? What do we got to fight him for? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to your point earlier, they don't have to fight him at all.
No,
they never have to fight him if they don't want to.
No, they don't. But me just trying to look steps ahead, like when DJ was pointing out that Turkey could have paid for that fight to happen, right? I just think that was a bigger fight for Benavidez and Gilberto, right? And then put Jai in there with the winner of that, right? Like math, like why cancel a check out? We gonna make this check. We gonna keep you busy, Jai. You can go fight Zuffa. We gonna give you a stay busy fight because that's what. Let's be honest. That's all the Brandon fight is a stay busy fight. We gonna give you a stay busy fight, and then you can get the winner of this. That's how the math in my head was working. You get what I'm saying?
But Aircraft's right. And what his last comment, Jai's just got more promotion out of losing this belt than he's ever got before.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and say that it's happening right in front of our face if we're willing to actually accept it. We might not like it, but if we're willing to accept it, that the belts aren't the bargaining chip. We just saw Ryan Garcia coming off a loss fight for a belt against Barrios. We've just seen Zapita coming off a loss, fighting goddamn fucking Roach after 2 draws, fighting for a title. So we've actually moved past the belts being the bargaining tool. We actually have. You can't deny it. It's shit. We hate it. We come from a generation, you, me, Mark, we come from a generation where you're supposed to earn it. But the reality is that promoters, whether it's Turkey, whether it's Al Heyman, Louis DeCurbis, they want the most popular fights that are going to give us the biggest draw. And none of that's got to do with bargaining chips. That's to do with how many numbers can we generate.
I also think I think those fights is being shuffled around like that too because this era is shit. I'm just gonna say it. This era is shit. It's not too many guys you can make good fights out of that will actually be good. You get what I'm saying? That's why I really think that type of shit is going on. For real. Because like Ryan generating money, there's not enough good boxers, let alone great boxers, because right now their belts is being shuffled between good boxers. They're not even great boxers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying to you in the whole context of what we're talking about with the IBF belt, right? Is that if you'd have just waited your time and assuming, I can't guarantee it, but assuming that your champion beats Brendan on a big Paramount Plus across multiple companies, you've just elevated your brand because Jai Opetaia has still got your IBF belt around his waist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's emotionally reactive rather than strategically planned from the IBF. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to make. And for Dana and
pushed by fucking Eddie. Eddie kept chiming.
My bad, y'all.
Eddie kept chiming in about fucking why isn't he being stripped? Why isn't he being stripped? Why isn't he being stripped? Now who's the British fucking cruiserweight? Callum
Smith.
Callum Smith, yeah. Watch him. I wonder if the IBF just going to get handed to him.
You said Eddie said, "Why is Jai being stripped?
Why isn't he being stripped? He's been on fucking multiple posts during the last couple of weeks saying he should be stripped. Why isn't he being stripped? Blah 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 blah." you watch what happens there, and then Eddie's fight
So
are going to get the fight against Zerto or fucking Benavidez.
So see, that tells me Eddie already knew what was gonna go on. If he been
Oh,
saying that for a couple
certainly.
weeks, because I ain't really been watching. So like, see, that tell me Eddie already knew that they weren't going. That add more to the lies of that whoever made that post with Zuffa said that shit. So if Eddie knew 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, however long it's been, that why the fuck he ain't gonna be stripped if he fighting Brandon Gladden, he already knew. He knew. He knew right then and there. And if his cruiserweight, he feel like his cruiserweight should have a shot at it. And plus, he gonna put that shot there so his cruiserweight can get a shot at that belt.
And if he didn't know, he was pushing for it though.
Right.
Putting that thinking point out there, you know.
Right.
For me, in simplicity, the same bank account that pays fighters to be on ring cards or pays them to be on Riyadh season cards is the same bank that pays them to be on Zuffa cards. It ain't any more complicated than that.
Right.
Part of it is the ring belt. Like if you think people want the WBC, they want the ring belt. Well, if the ring belt's over there in a Zuffa promotion or a Settler promotion, right, you got to sign the contract, like AKA Al Hammond, to go across there and get it or fight for it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I think people get confused between what they want out of the sanctioning bodies and be ignorant to what they're actually getting out of the sanctioning bodies. The sanctioning bodies don't have any logic, rankings, or preference. They just want money in the bank by way of popularity or otherwise. The interesting thing I found with Jai's thing is there's no reports. I don't know whether it happened or not, but the IBF isn't asking for $120,000 from Jai to actually fight Brandon on Zuffa. Didn't happen. Think about that for a minute. So,
yeah, but have a look at Aircraft Carrier's comment there in the comments. If Jai somehow freakishly loses this fucking fight tomorrow or gets KO'd, he is going to be worth about as much as that fucking can I just threw in the bin.
Yeah, I was going to say
because then he got no belts and nobody wanted to fight him. So.
He got, but now the pressure, more pressure on him. He got to knock this dude out.
Well, I'm not even sure.
The warrant was going on.
Well, that's a different conversation. I'll tell you this, Slick. For as much as I know or I don't know about Jai, is that Jai performs by way of boxing skill at his worst in Australia because he feels the pressure of performing or not performing in front of his home crowd. But when you send him across there to Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia, get his jaw busted on both sides and beat Breedis, right? That's where you see, like, you get to see his true boxing talent.
Right.
That happened in the first fight. That happened in the first fight, which was in Brisbane.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first fight was in Brisbane, and that's when he got his jaw broken in 2 spots.
Yeah. But I like to say tomorrow, as long as he show up and show out, but he got to show the fuck out tomorrow because now he got to like.
Well,
I just feel like he got to put people on notice now. Like if you dodge me, this is why. Type shit. You know what I mean?
He's already been he broke a dude's fucking neck in the last fight. I mean, how much more notice do you got to give people?
Well, he's on this time but those fights nobody really got to see. On this, everybody's finna see him. You get what I'm saying? Everybody. So I'm talking about putting that type of performance.
Paramount Plus.
You're on Paramount
Plus. People already don't want to fight him, and then you go out and destroy this man in 3 rounds. And what people are going to start jumping up and saying, "Fuck yeah, I'll fight him."
Well, no, because if he look weak, it's really gonna be like, why do I need to fight him? Even if he wins, if he looks vulnerable, because he doesn't have a bargaining chip, there's really no reason to fight him. If he looked vulnerable and had the belt, then they might be like, oh, I'll go fight this dude and get that belt real quick. You get what I'm saying? But if he doesn't have that and you look vulnerable, it's like, nah, man, I told y'all. I told that dude wasn't nothing. That's what people you get what I'm saying? That's what you're going to hear. So I feel like he got to put on some type of good performance.
He's between a rock and a hard place now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's feed your kids or feed yourself sort of situation for him. So
I just hope that this Zuffa contract, he's going to get paid well and continue to fight bums like he has been, I guess, and get paid well, and then just move to heavyweight or whatever he does. Because
and that's my thing. That's the shit that's like pissing me off about boxing, bro. I see all of this talent, and nobody's either you're not going to get your shot. It's not you. They're just going to keep away from you, or you got all the talent, but you're not trying to fight nobody. And that shit is starting to piss me the fuck off. And that's why it's not like we don't have good boxers in this era that can be great boxers. It's just most of them know that they're good, and they just ain't trying to fight nobody. They're not trying to line it up. You know what I'm saying? They think
exactly.
It's a bit of softness going on.
But that's boots right there.
I kind of think that's the promoter's fault as well, though, Sleep. Like it, depending on what part of the world that you want to be a boxer.
Yeah, you're right, DJ. The fucking promoters are just fucking everything up.
Well,
promoters too, though. But I also don't hear the boxers.
Slick,
what?
Slick, don't get me started on the whole Golden Boy and fucking Matchroom thing with Virgil and Boots. You'll have to put your disclaimer up.
But that was my thing. That's why I was somebody mentioned Boots earlier, bro, and I had to get off of it. I was like, I ain't gonna go into that. That's a whole nother conversation. Boots is a good boxer.
That was me. That was
me. Boots. I think, yeah. You said they was talking about it over there on Jack.
Boots looks like a good boxer, but he's been fighting nothing but fucking tomato cans.
Like
man.
I'm tired now. I'm at the point now, like I don't want to hear shit unless you fighting a champion, bro. Because like, you know, and I'm following your plan, and I get sick of hearing the argument of them talking about you fans this, you fans that. Well, we only go by what you say. He said he wanted to be undisputed 147. He didn't do that. Fine, because of the weight, which we knew. Then he goes up and still don't fight champions. And he could have fought a champion. Like I said, he could have fought Murtazalia. He didn't fight Murtazalia. He didn't do that. He fought somebody else we didn't want to see. And then now he waiting on Virgil, which is not a champion, which is fine, but it's not going to happen. What's going to happen? But that's where we at. It's like DJ say, I can't help these guys or not trying to take over yesteryear, right? I know people say we're living in yesteryear, but the guys we have today are not trying to take over yesteryear. They're not trying to erase the past, and they making people live in the past because those years, those guys were willing to go through the gauntlet because there couldn't be 4 champions. It had to be one. So it ain't no if this, if that, or this did not. We gonna fight. And now this is what this shit is turning into. It's just
I want to reply to fucking aircraft carrier's comment there. He says, can we put Boots' name in the same boat as Jai? No, you fucking can't, aircraft carrier.
Jai wants to smoke.
Because Jai wants to smoke. Nobody will fight him. Whereas
Jai
Boots
wants to smoke.
Now it's either Boots or his promoter, whoever, whichever, it's his team that are refusing to fight anybody legitimate. He had the offer from fucking Turkey. Boots had the offer from Turkey to fight Virgil. I don't know whether it was in Saudi on a Riyadh card, whatever the hell it was. And Boots said, "Oh no, I want a couple of tune-ups." So fuck Boots.
Turkey said
he had his chance to fight for big money against Virgil, and he said, "No, I want a tuna."
Well,
that's not the same boat as fucking Jai Opetaia.
Right.
Well, Mark, I'm going to have to burst your bubble.
Uh-oh.
Jai's resume is no different to Boots' resume. Sorry.
Yeah, but for different fucking reasons, though, DJ.
Yeah.
But come on. Who the fuck is Boots fought that's on Breedis' level in his division?
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah. No, fair enough, Mark. Look, we're actually on the same page, but what I'll say to Boots is when he come through 147, that there was no big dogs there. Like there was just nothing there. It was empty. Man, 147's had to wait for all of the four kings to come from 135,
Yeah, but
outgrow that, and get to 147. I'm just
yeah, but
saying
he
that
decided to move to 154 and then avoided a big money fight with fucking Virgil.
Look, that's some bullshit, right? Fair enough. I'll meet you halfway there.
Let
But
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. The fights we didn't get to see, right? The fights that he fought, right, was showcase fights. How many fights he had? Like 35 fights now or something like that? When he's at 147, why he just didn't fight all the champions when he had a chance? Whether they was good or not, whether we felt like they were shit, whether we felt like it's still the same thing.
Because
he did. He really,
the
but
promoters
he really didn't have the fucking chance because Spence was fucking gathering belts and Bud was fucking hanging out for the Spence fight, so he sort of got stalled out there. I understand that at 147, but his move to 154, he should have went straight for a fucking champion. Yet he decided he wanted to fucking tune up.
When them belts became free, he could have campaigned and went for them damn belts.
Yeah,
he chose to go up.
Actually,
when he went up,
but there was no
did he
left
fight a
there.
champion? Okay, so but then when he went up, did he fight a champion? When he went up, did he fight a champion though? That's what I'm saying.
No, that's my thing.
Actually, Slick, here's my answer to you. All right. The most dormant divisions in boxing, right? Who owns the belts by way of promoters at 160?
Who owns
For
them?
example, yep. You got Lara and Adamus, PBC, and you've got Jennebeck at Top Rank. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Fair cop.
Jennebeck don't got shit.
Hang on, Mark. Hang on. Now, come back down to 54. Who's got the majority of the belts between the promoters at 54? You got Fondora, PBC, and you've got Xander Zayas, 2 belts with Top Rank. Do the maths. Boxing politics doesn't allow a Boots to go undisputed, doesn't allow anyone. When PBC and Top Rank collectively lock up a division, it stalls. It goes nowhere.
But that's
nowhere.
True. But I also don't hear this guy calling nobody out. I also don't hear him doing his part, making it warranted. I don't hear him saying nothing. I don't hear none of these boxers saying nothing like that. All I hear is well, if he wanted to fight me, he would have said something. You don't want it either. I hear him smacking their lips. Man, if you want to fight me, why it's always got to be me to say something?
But
I don't hear the tenacity in their voices, that hunger, like I want this. You get what I mean?
But Slick, if you know your promoter's not going to throw you into the fire or help you out, what's the point of running your mouth? Some grown men don't need to run their mouth when they know that the business or the politics aren't going to support what they want to say.
And that's what needs to be said. But instead, you looking like you sitting there with your thumb in your mouth. What you saying, then say that. Me and Eddie want it. These other motherfuckers, whether it's promoter or whatever, don't want to fucking fight me. There's still a way to say something without saying something. You can't just not say anything and lay dormant and then think everybody just supposed to be on your team. And then when people speak out about it, you want to act like people are against you. That's not how life works.
But look at for example, I take your point, but look at your example where there's part of the fan group or the boxing media, whatever you want to call it, that says that Boots got in the ring with Virgil. Oh, that fight should happen. Well, okay, but keep the same energy when Errol Spence got in the ring with Fondora and that fight didn't happen. Right. Keep the same energy when Conor Benn got in the ring with Shakur and that fight didn't happen. Like, at some point you have to start believing your eyes. Like,
I didn't mind if the Virgil. Remember, I'm on record saying I didn't care if the Virgil fight happened or not. I believe they
Yeah,
could
but
be the
Virgil,
two biggest in their division and clear the division and meet up in the end.
I don't believe that Virgil is ducking boots. It's his fucking crackhead fucking promoter that is trying to fucking keep it in line. You know,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not the fighter. It's not Virgil that's ducking boots. It's fucking Oscar fucking whatever the fuck his name is. It's him that's fucking everything up.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I don't think it was Virgil. It's De La Hoya. Then we finally came out and said that shit.
Well,
I knew it.
Mark, all rumors point to Oscar made a backroom deal with PBC to give Errol to Virgil down in Texas. And when Virgil and his team started talking to Matchroom and Eddie privately or otherwise, he got emotional. Like, man, you've only got to see. Like, Oscar, I love you for your boxing career. But as a promoter, man, take your skirt and your pantyhose off and just be a man. Like, you just destroying Virgil's dad, Virgil, and all that sort of stuff after the court case is some weak bullshit. I'm not up for it. Yeah. That's a divorced woman after 10 years telling the world that her husband had a small dick for 10 years and you put up with it.
I'll be fucking honest, man. I mean, I think all promoters are fucking absolute trash people, but for the love of God, why anybody from now on would sign with fucking Oscar is beyond me. There is no way. There is no way I would be signing with Oscar.
It's funny because he's pulling the same. It's like he moving down the same road Bob did. After a while, they're good, and then when they get to a certain level, they can't handle them, and then they need to leave. And that's Virgil. I hope Virgil finds a way to reconcile or pay his way out that contract, bro. Because then he'll be he's gonna end up like Mikey Garcia, bro. And
there's hitmen all over America. Just hand somebody $500,000 and fucking get that motherfucker out of there. Fucking hell.
God damn. But yeah, man.
Mark, do you have any sort of update on Crocker, Paro, Tim Zoo?
No. All I know is Crocker's got a fake broken hand. Well, he's got the Eddie protection plan going.
Well, that's just Matchroom.
That's Tim Zoo. There's supposed to be an announcement. Yeah, I know, but there's supposed to be some announcement coming shortly about Tim's next fucking spud. So, I don't know. All I heard was that it was supposed to be an American boxer, but who I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen no announcements, nothing.
If it's Earl, that'd be dope. I think that'd be a dope.
But he's supposed to be fighting in, like, we're in March now. I mean, he's supposed to be fighting in March. When are you going to announce the opponent? When's that going to happen?
That ain't happening.
To be honest, Mark.
Yeah, but then but if he's going to fight Spence in fucking June or July and he wants to tune up first, you don't reckon that's going to happen?
Okay. Right.
Well, hang on. I have 1% chance that fight's going to happen in Australia. Forget about our media.
Oh, I'm not saying in Australia. I never believe that. I can't believe that's going to happen.
Well, man, don't fuck it up. Spencer's the A side. Doesn't matter he got his ass whooped for Terrence. Spencer's still the A side in that fight. But
yeah, but whether he's the A side or not, they would still produce more money in America, that fight, than it would in a fucking Melbourne, Sydney, fucking Brisbane, anywhere.
I agree with you. I reckon that the Crocker thing is power play from Eddie and Matchroom to say, well, Rose Brothers, you beat me at the purse bid, but we're about to be on the same broadcaster. And I want to get your thoughts on this, Mark, is that, and we'll dictate terms to you. Because Matchroom have got 7 fights in Australia this calendar year, 4 pay-per-views and 3 not. And with DAZN owning Fox Sports and KO being No Limits subsidiary to Fox Sports, I think Matchroom is starting to flex their muscle.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
that fight, they've already lost it. It might be postponed, whatever. It's still going to happen under No Limits terms. So all Eddie can do about that. He should
Well,
have won the
think about
first
it.
bid.
Well, think about it though. Eddie's got a very good relationship with DAZN, and DAZN own No Limits broadcaster. Join the dots there. That's some fucked up bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Oh,
the
we
thing
might.
is, well, I don't know. might be some more lawsuits going on then, because once you win the first bid, it's your fight. So simple as that. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm just a simple man.
Well, we know this. We don't have high expectations of you, Mark. Don't worry.
No. I've always said that if you got high expectations of me, then that's on you. That's not my fault.
Yeah, fuck around and find out. How you going, round one? What do you got?
No, I'm just saying I'm coming after you, what you guys saying. It's like what you're saying is like kind of I'm going after what you're saying. It's true, all this shit. I mean, I don't know,
It's
man.
not true. It's just my opinion or my
Well, I
read of
mean,
the
I'm
situation.
going with your offer because I'm agreeing with your opinion because I mean, what do we have to say about all this other shit, man? Really, what I mean, most of us people have the same opinion at this point, So I mean, that's what it is with this thing,
Oh shit. MVP inked your deal with ESPN. My bad. I'm reading this ticker at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Fuck.
yeah. Look, I
I don't know what Bob gonna do. Goddamn it. Damn.
Wait. So is this ESPN deal with MVP? Is it gonna be on their unlimited plan for the ESPN
It
deal?
just said ESPN. That shit fucking crazy, bro. Because
Because
I bet they
that's
put
a
look,
that
slap
shit
in
on
the
the
face with.
ESPN.
it's crazy
They'll put
because
it on ESPN Plus, and we won't be able to see it in
no, we
Australia.
don't even have that anymore.
It don't
There's
say.
something like,
Yeah.
there's something like ESPN Unlimited, right? And prior to
It don't
WWE
say
moving,
it. I'm about to look it up, but it doesn't say that. It just says
okay, yeah, no, but I want to
ESPN.
see because I remember prior to the WWE moving to the ESPN app, they were supposed to do that in 2026, like UFC moving into Paramount, but somehow WWE just switched from Peacock to ESPN. And when ESPN had that deal with WWE and they grabbed hold of it, they put a thing called ESPN Unlimited. So that's where you want to watch your WWE WrestleManias, Royal Rumbles, and all that shit there. But when they did that, they put in the PFL, the MMA, the Little League of America, right? The PFL. They put that
Oh
shit
shit.
under that shit. They put it under that, the fight nights under that fucking $30 fucking
hey,
paywall. So I'm
Ren,
like wondering, is that gonna be what the MVP is gonna be? Like, are we gonna be have to paying for that $30 to just to watch them cards? Because ESPN is moving different now, bro.
so
Okay,
round
so
one,
my
can
bad. Go ahead.
can I ask for your help?
Yeah.
Can you encourage Aircraft Carrier to come up and have a talk to us? Because
Hey,
he or
my
she,
boy Aircraft, my boy Aircraft
he
Carrier is
or
a
she
real
has got
dude.
a lot of different opinions. Welcome him up here. Let's get into it. He or
Okay,
she.
okay, it says it just says it's gonna be an ESPN, and it's not for all the fights. It's just for the women's side of MVP,
Yeah,
and
but
it's through
is it gonna be
2028.
the unlimited plan?
No, it's just ESPN, regular
The
ESPN.
regular ESPN.
Yeah,
Okay,
Look,
good.
Ren,
That's what I
Oh,
wanted
so
to
it's
see.
only women's fights. It's
yeah.
only women's
It's
fights.
just
Oh,
the women. It's
that
just
don't.
women's
No,
Oh, I
fight.
don't give a fuck
this
about
is
that
why I
shit
said it,
anyway.
guys. This is why I
Ren,
said it because when WWE moved into ESPN last year, around the middle of the year, around like September or something, around that time, like they shifted their shit and they had unlimited plans. Like later on that year, they had like a ESPN unlimited plans. And when I was watching like UFC fight nights, it wasn't part of that unlimited plan. But when I want to watch the PFL fight night cards, it's part of that unlimited plan. So that's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully, this women league isn't part of that unlimited plan because that unlimited plan costs
No, it would have
$30
said
a
that.
month.
No, it
That's
would have
thirty
said
bucks
that.
a month, bro. That's just whack, bro.
Yeah, it would have said that. It didn't. It doesn't say that. It says on ESPN cable. It's gonna be on cable, bro. Unless they change it. You know how they quick to do that shit, but for right
Hopefully
now,
they don't because
it's
they
regular
just
ESPN.
announced it. So hopefully, because I
But
Well, let's
remember
be
like
honest. Let's let's
well,
be
I'm reading
fucking
this on
honest. How
ESPN now.
many women's fights are there that are worthy of being MVP pay per view?
Well,
Come
right
on.
now they got one in the UK, and so far they got the second one lined up for April 17th. Those
Yeah,
two so
April.
far.
I think they've got 3 fights.
April they got
But li-
Alicia Baumgardner, and then they don't say a date for the first one actually.
But if they're on the
That's weird.
free ESPN, we'll be able to watch it in Australia. But if it's on the Plus thing, we can't.
no,
Which I really don't
Mark,
care. If it's not free, I'm not fucking watching it anyway. Simple.
fucking tight ass. A man that fucking gets $200,000 a year doesn't
I'm
want
not
to
fucking paying to watch fucking women fight, DJ. I can go over to the 3 suburbs away here and pull up into any fucking
oh
street and
yeah,
watch 2 Sheilas banging on any time of the day.
they're gonna be banging each other. Hey, maybe if it was a MMA match, it'd be hotter. Maybe it'd be. Sometimes they'd be hotter.
Hey,
Like that. I don't know.
Mark, I got news for you. Women's fight happens in country Australia out of the pubs. Like, once it's closing
Yeah.
time, they're pulling hair and throwing punches. They're
Oh,
doing
there's some
all
good
sorts.
shit going. There's some good shit going. They stand back and throw empty stubbies at each other and all sorts of stuff. Boy, it's fucking good stuff.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the first date of it. I know y'all don't want to watch it, but it says their first card gonna be in April 5th. Why they having 2 shows in ESPN that start April 5th with 3 events?
I think Alicia's gonna headline that.
April
And I
5th
heard-
is the first one.
I heard
She's the
Holly-
17th.
I didn't say I don't want to watch it. I said I'll watch it if it's free.
Oh, okay.
I'm not paying for it.
April
Slick.
17th is Alicia Baumgardner date, and
Yeah,
April 5th is the first card. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
the
found
first
it.
card. I heard.
Ooh, April
No.
17th.
Have a
Though,
rematch
April
with that lady he lost. She
I'll
lost
be able to
to,
watch
so-
that in Bali.
Yeah. April
And
free.
Alicia
17th.
Baumgardner
You stay
should
in
be
Bali, man.
headlining one of those.
Hey, round 1, wait your turn. You're talking over everyone.
But Eddie, what y'all think about that Eddie Hearn though? I like Eddie for what he did, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
With
I
respect
mean,
to what?
it's not really much. It's not like Dana White. It's like sad, like Eddie Hearn was, because Eddie was sad.
It ain't
Eddie
about
was
it. It
sad
ain't.
as
It's, he
fuck,
found it. Look. One thing I learned about Eddie. Eddie tell you what he wants you to know, and let you think what you want to think. Nobody saw this shit coming, and like I said, the interview I did see, he said, Aspinall asked, he said, "Hey man, am I a pioneer?" He said, "Well, yeah, kind of." He said, "But you gonna be a big star when I get done with you." Told that man that shit, bro.
yeah,
I was like,
know what
damn.
you say.
Yeah, you gonna tell that
He
man that
really
shit.
said that, yeah.
But like my dad told me, you can't get through the front door. All houses got windows. He even found his way in. Because if he can get Tom Aspinall back to that level, bro, you know how many people gonna want to sign a manager deal with Eddie?
Yeah,
And then
but the
Dana
thing
gotta
about
fuck
that,
with him.
No, you know what though? The thing about that, that dude Tom, his father, who's like part of his training shit, his father was the manager. So clearly he needed to upload his shit. He didn't even have a real agency like that.
Right.
Like, so
Who the hell is Tom Aspinall? I've never heard of that dude.
Let me give you the story. Okay, you know how Data they poached Conor Ben, right? Eddie went and got the heavyweight champion from UFC and signed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's why I've not
he's
heard of it.
from the
UFC.
UK.
Yeah.
That's the UK heavyweight
And
champion.
I like that
Tom.
shit. That's how you do it. Fuck that. You think you gonna get me? I got you. And the thing is, it's different. See, you stuck with one thing. That's why I'm trying to tell everybody. Matchroom don't just do boxing. These dudes are like management companies for the people who play billiards, darts,
and the thing he
pickleball.
this is the first. Hey, Mark, let me tell you, this is the first.
Hold on, Round One. Go ahead, DJ.
You boys are getting played by a pantomime.
Huh?
I'm telling you, the take a Connor ban and get a Tom Aspinall, that's for the public. That's some bullshit.
What you
That's
mean?
actually, man, look, man, miss me if you don't think that was fucking approved or coordinated by the dude that's going to pay the money for it. Like it, don't.
I mean, Dana didn't pay the $15 million, and I knew Dana didn't because I know Dana as a businessman, he ain't gonna do it. But we all knew.
Wait. I want DJ to explain. I'm not
Oh,
following.
go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead, DJ.
Go ahead, DJ.
Where do I start with this? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk rumors.
Mm.
All right?
Mm.
Conor Ben went across to Matchroom for Conor Ben went across to Zoo for $18 million,
Mm-hmm.
and I only saw $15 million. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Draw your own conclusions about where he left and where he ended up to, and who got the other $3 million. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got Turkey Al-Sheikh, Public Investment Fund, that is running Zoo for boxing, Conor Ben, right?
Right.
And then you've got Eddie Hearn over here in Matchroom, just minding his own business, says, okay, so how about I create conveniently a player or an athlete management company that allows me to get my foot in the door back over there with Dana in UFC, who's influenced by Turkey. I'm just putting it out there, boys. Like,
fucking DJ,
So
DJ go and bought up all the fucking tinfoil from all the shops.
I get what he's saying. He think this is orchestrated. I don't think it's orchestrated. I think it was a play.
It's orchestrated, slick.
DJ hasn't got a tin. He hasn't got a tinfoil hat. He got a tinfoil fucking pyramid going on.
I think Eddie said, "Okay."
Man,
Eddie said,
Mark,
"You gonna fuck with me? I can fuck with you." You know what I'm saying?
Some of this
DJ been running down some rabbit holes, boy.
And whether you want to call it a newly formed talent agency because they put Matchroom from it, but if you go look at
let's
them
have
as
the
a whole,
conversation in 12 months, Mark. We'll see.
But if you look at it as a whole, though, Matchroom has been managing like I said, pickleball, billiards, darts. They don't just do boxing, so they can put that in front of it all they want. Newly formed Matchroom talent agency all they want, but they've been
hang on, back that up. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Boxing?
What the hell is what the fuck is pickleball? What the hell is that?
Pickleball? You never
That's
heard
some
of
weird shit, bro. It's like motherfuckers playing fucking tennis with smaller fucking rackets that look like fucking they look like the ping pong paddles and shit. It's crazy looking, bro. Yeah. It looked like something that somebody made up in their backyard. They were just having fun with, and then it just turned to something big.
People in their 70s and older like to play that shit. Like a lot of people like to play that because it's not more. It's not.
Fuck, maybe it might be good for me.
Put it this way. It's a dumbed down version of tennis.
Yeah, for older people,
they made an easier version of tennis. It's an easier version of tennis for everybody to be able to get into.
It just sounds like a more boring version of tennis, and tennis is boring as fuck to start with.
When you see old people do it, it don't look boring because they just go back and forth the way they do it. They're not fast, but the way they hit the ball and the other one goes in, hit the ball quick.
They done made leagues of this shit and everything.
Don't tell me you're watching this shit, DJ. Not DJ. Fucking round one.
Yeah,
you need to back up on them beatboxes if you're watching that shit, man.
No, bro, it's America, bro.
I'm
telling you, I'm working in
everything getting dumbed down, bro. It's a dumbed down version. It's like it's like a dumbed down version of tennis and badminton.
It's like T-ball for kids, but for old cunts.
There you go, yeah, man. But they got young dudes doing it now. They made leagues of this shit. They talking about putting that shit in the Olympics, yo. That shit is crazy, bro.
Well, you know what it is out here in America? the
Can-
old people
can-
got into it more because there was more physical, and it's not less. And then it's not as physical like tennis and all that. So that's why they got into that shit, and that's why like pickleball started being.
Oh, I'm gonna
more
Google
like,
that shit. If they got one of them fucking pickleball things here in my town,
Slick.
boy, I'm gonna join that shit because I'm
bro.
getting old.
I was
What's
watching
up,
the
DJ?
Olympics. I'm
I
watching
need
the
to be
Olympics,
honest
and
with you,
motherfuckers are
Slick.
sliding
Yeah.
If I'm going to
sliding
join a
thing.
channel like yours and I've got round one promoting old people, fucking,
Pickleball.
I might have to reconsider. Like,
Bro.
Sorry, this
pickleball is crazy,
I'm gonna
man.
have.
how it is.
I'll
But they got-
apologize. I apologize. I asked what it was. Sorry.
But they got like leagues now and like fucking young cats getting into it. And so much so they considering putting it in the Olympics, bro. And I'm like, this shit,
That's
I don't know.
crazy. Putting it
I wake up
Olympics?
every day and say this. I don't know what world I woke up in, but it is totally different what I grew up from.
And let me tell you
Because
this,
this shit here, like it's literally like a dumbed down version of tennis. So they made it
Slick.
where anybody could get in it. Like
Hey,
you don't have to
Slick,
have no skill. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Slick, let me tell you
Fucking
though.
watch the headlines. Watch the headlines. Mark Wynn, world champion pickleball. Fucking dude. You what?
Hey, Slick, I'm on Peacock.
Just
right?
give me
And
12 months. That's all
on
I need.
Peacock,
12
and
months.
We got the Olympics on Italy on Peacock, right? Out here in the U.S. And then I'm looking at like certain things. I'm like, when the fuck did this? Like motherfuckers are sliding something, and then they're using a mop to make it.
no, that's
like,
been in the Olympics. I forgot what that shit called,
I
bro.
don't even
That's
what
been
the
that's
curling.
been in
They
the
call
Olympics.
it curling. What the
Curling,
fuck is that?
that was I think it's a Canadian thing.
That is fucking crazy, bro. I didn't even. That's
been in the
a
Olympics.
real sport.
Yeah, that's been there for years, man.
Yeah,
Fuck,
that's been
I've
in the
even
Olympics
watched
forever,
that shit.
bro. Yeah.
I think there's a lesson in Olympic sports for all of us, and it's called ray gun. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, look,
That was it for me. When
No,
breakdancing got into the Olympics, I thought, what the fuck
man,
is
why you have to
going
do her
on?
like that, bro?
Breakdancing did because y'all
Not just ray gun, the whole fucking thing. Fucking breakdance in the fucking Olympics. Come on, man.
Oh my god, bro.
The breast.
We might as well get marbles in there too.
I think I was the only one not poking fun at her. I was like, at least she trying, goddamn it. Fuck y'all.
Oh my gosh, at least she's trying.
For real, man. At least she trying, bro. Because like
if she was from America, you would have been ashamed as fuck.
Listen. History will put it in the books as a DEI fucking hire.
Oh my god, bro! No, I was just like, at least she tried, bro.
I think it's more like a fucking DUI, DJ. Someone was drinking when they fucking allowed that bitch in.
Oh my god!
Someone was on the beatbox.
Marcus Rufus.
Fucking hell.
Not DUI, bro. He's stupid. Oh my god. But no, man. It's just I don't know. That shit weird, but yeah.
Hey, I mean,
but
look,
these
you guys
motherfuckers
got that in Olympics.
What'd you say?
As the MMA fan, we don't even have MMA in the Olympics, so you guys got everything. Y'all
man, we gotta get boxing back in that shit. Boxing ain't supposed to be there. You know that
I'd rather see fucking MMA in there than fucking breakdancing.
Back in there for this next Olympics, bro.
No, I'd rather see breakdancing. You saw that fucking main event, this UFC, that shit was boring. I'd rather see a kangaroo jumping woman who breakdances and this shit.
Kangaroo jumping. Hang on. Whoa.
I don't even want to see the people that won the gold fucking medal. That shit should not even be in the Olympics. So where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, some shit should like it's about money, bro.
Dry humping their way for
money,
gold.
Bro.
Like, no, we need something. Yeah, no, we need something better than.
I don't think. Reagan, she wasn't dry humping. I think she had her pants off and shit. There was something going on there.
At least y'all guys tried.
Hey man, I ain't gonna shit on curling because curling take more skill than fucking pickleball, bro.
Hey Mark, at least they didn't send a midget over there to fucking do it.
She couldn't have. Hey, a hobbit couldn't have done any fucking worse, DJ. For fair dinkum.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. But no, I think Eddie doing a great move, bro. I'm for real. I think like he said, okay, You want to play ball? Let's play ball. And he went and got the heavyweight. Now you got to deal with me if you don't want to, and I'm still
Yeah.
gonna get paid.
And
Fuck you.
the thing
And
about Eddie,
I'm about to make him big, and then all your other fighters gonna want to deal with me.
And the
you know
thing
what I'm saying?
about
I
Eddie,
think this is all about get back. I really do.
yeah, no, but the
Yeah.
thing about Eddie, now he's gonna
Fucking
be like
salute to Eddie.
the advisory
yeah.
or that talent
Must
dude,
be
right?
fun to have
So
shitloads
he
of
could
money.
be talking to Dana. He's gonna be in Dana's DMs and shit like that. So these
Because
guys
the
are
only
gonna be
reason
talking more.
Dana talking shit right now is because he got Conor Ben talking about he want to fight Eddie and all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
That.
You know,
That's the only
but
reason
you know
he's saying
what?
that shit now. But now he got his fighter. He's like, what?
I mean, yeah, you know what? I mean, look, Slick. I feel bad for Eddie because he did all this for Conor Ben, but Conor Ben took the better deal.
Yeah, don't be mad at the player. Be
You
mad
know,
at the
so
bitch.
I was
I'm
gonna
bro.
say,
I'm like, okay,
Don't be
No,
mad at the
I-
player. Be mad at the bitch, bro.
Yeah, I can
that's
see
what I was
Conor
just
Ben
gonna
going
say.
back.
I think fucking Dana fucking lost out there because Conor Ben ain't shit, to be honest. Like in a world
Nah,
sense.
Well,
And,
yeah, but for
Mark. It
Eddie
wasn't
should be bitter
Dana.
though.
It wasn't Dana. Like, look. Yeah,
yeah,
Dana
but I
got
bet
the
Eddie's not
super.
forking out $15 million
Right,
for this
No,
dude.
right.
Mark. Let me tell you, it wasn't Dana out of that 100 mil coming out from the Zuffer boxing thing from Paramount. It wasn't that. It was Turkey money. Turkey came out of that and paid him that.
Yeah,
Look,
I
I
don't
know
care where the
Dana.
money's coming from, but
Yeah,
but
but that, yeah, because
but the swap to swap the world champion what do you call that shit, MMA world championship heavyweight dude for Conor Ben.
no,
That's a
it's not a
win to
swap.
me.
It's not a swap.
I think
It's
Eddie had a win there.
No, he's not saying it's a swap round one. He just saying that fine, you can have him. I'm about to go get him. If he
Oh
bring
yeah,
just
but look. This is the thing though, because
Oh, don't start that
Eddie
look
Hearn, this
look
is
shit.
his
Don't
first
start that.
signing. This is his first signing. He just made this up, and he had this for up for a couple months or something, wanting to sign different. But look, his first signing is the UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall, which is crazy. So
yeah.
it is
That's
crazy,
fucking
bro.
huge, bro. Like, look, this is how I look at it. Because, like I said, well, I didn't get to say it, but this is the type of play I would have did. That's why I said he gotta be Aquarius, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Let me show you how this game really work, motherfucker. Okay, you can have that little bitch. That wasn't even my main bitch. But I'm gonna go snatch your main hoe. Let me go get your main hoe. And he went and got his main hoe on his team. Eddie's such a pimp. He told the man that he was a pawn. He told him, you kind of a pawn, but I'm gonna make you a star. Well, if they ain't no pimp shit, I don't know what the fuck is.
Crazy because
don't fuck.
This is crazy because
don't fuck with generational wealth, fucking English people.
I'm telling you. Look, check this out. He had to give him a shit ton of money to do it because Aspinall, he got that phone call. What the fuck are you doing? Fucking, he got that phone call. But that check had to be worth it. And if he treat him good, make him a star larger than, man, bro. Like I said, you gonna see UFC. Hey, Eddie, manage me. Eddie, manage me. Now you got to fucking deal with me. I'm in your face every fucking day.
It's funny because there was a video,
and I bet it cost Eddie probably a third of what it cost Zuffa to get fucking
exactly because that heavyweight fighter ain't making nowhere near, probably never made what Conor Ben ever made.
Yeah, and there was a presser, right? So there was a presser with him and Eddie, and then later on after that, all these other people, take videos of them talking to each other and shit. And when he was saying, Tom Aspinall was like, yeah, I had my I didn't really have a team like that to do management,
Right,
so he said someone with Eddie's knowledge, I can get something bigger. And then Eddie, when he's saying like, I'm not getting this back to Dana or this,
Man.
and then when he even said it too, Tom said it like that's why he didn't want to sign because he thought it was gonna go backfire or something. But they came into a conclusion that y'all, and look at me, I'm in both boxing and MMA communities in the whole YouTube space, and this is the shit is shaking up everywhere. Both communities talking about this shit, so yeah, man,
but
this is a big shake up.
I thought UFC was like a lock thing. Can't fucking Dana just say, well, fuck it, we won't give him any fights.
He's doing it. That's what's so genius about this, Mark. They creating a UBO, right? In boxing, right? Where it's just like the UFC. Fine. It's your promoter and manager, right? Well, he's teaching him a lesson. just as much as you poaching my fighters, I can go do the same to you by being
Oh,
what? Not
okay.
a
So Eddie can
promoter.
just
I could be a manager.
just a manager. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
He's listed not
righto.
just as a manager. He's listed as he's pulling the Al Heyman. It says he's a manager and a advisor.
Advisor. Yeah, okay.
So he's showing them like, bitch, your fortress got holes in it. I can.
Yeah,
And
true.
on top of that, let me tell you. Hold on, Ryan.
I said it a minute ago. Don't fuck with generational wealth English people. They are fucking clever motherfuckers.
And then on top of that, you took one of his ugly bitches and paid her $15 million. I took one of your top bitches and probably only gave him $1 million. Eddie winning all the way around.
Yeah.
And I like Eddie doing this because it's like, yeah, this is a guy who's from the UK. This is a guy who had his dad doing his management. You getting him? I could trust Eddie because I know he's gonna, like he said, I'm not trying to get Dana. I'm not trying to put him in boxing or nothing. I'm trying to bring his brand up outside the octagon, outside the fight.
Guess what?
Trying to like put him in. He probably will gonna see he's gonna be out there more on the UK scene and shit like that.
But you're missing something else though. You're missing something else though. If Eddie don't want to fuck with him no more, I mean not Eddie. If they don't want to fuck with him no more, fuck him. I'll get you paid in boxing.
Yeah.
One way or another, that kid gonna make money, bro.
He still got like couple fights in his contract, but I see what Eddie's saying. Eddie's trying to just build his brand out here because we seen him out here fight in the UK, but Eddie wants to make sure it's bigger the next time he fought out here and he's headlining and shit like that.
But drop Aspinall. The real story ain't Aspinall. The real story is Eddie. Eddie just got into what Dana called the biggest sport that's bigger than boxing. And this man just found the crack in the door and slid his way through it. And you can't do shit about it. That's the story.
Yeah, because
that's huge,
you need
bro.
You need to put that thing up that you got back, like that you usually put up for Al Heyman. It's like rubbing the hands together.
Right. I gotta make one for him, bro.
The thing about this one is
like one for Eddie now, bro.
The thing about this is like Eddie Hearns could be like, you know what? Let's tell Dana you want to sign more, bring it this much. Eddie could do that, but because there's nothing much out there for him besides boxing for Tom, he could do something big like that. And the thing about Eddie too, like he said, he's gonna want to like bring his brand out outside the UFC into the market in the UK because it's crazy because a lot of UK fans, they're big, but it's not mainstream. I don't know.
Let me ask you something, bro. You know who AJ is, right?
We all know that the mainstream. Yes,
AJ is a boxer, but besides boxing, you watch that man lose, have meltdowns, and everything, and he's consistently been a star because of who? Eddie. Yeah, Eddie keep that man face in front of everybody. That man is a legend over there. AJ is a legend in there. AJ can fight any fucking body, and they're gonna turn up and see it. And that's the power that Eddie has because over in the UK, because he got a UK store, heavyweight UFC UK store. Watch what the fuck's finna go down. Eddie hey, we need to fight over here.
But you don't think like someone like Tyson Fury could do the same over there?
I got something that just hit me.
He's not big. He's not as big as AJ.
As big, yeah, I know, but it could be.
I want to ask you, hey, round one, you're the fucking UFC expert here, so I'll probably have to refer to you. But I'm going to ask both of you. Huh? Now I know he's probably too old now, and the money's not as good, and that don't interest me because I'm not getting any of it. So, but as a competitor wise, say 6 years ago, if Bud, because he's a good wrestler and a fucking really good boxer, if he had gone to UFC, how do you reckon he would have gone?
He probably would have did. He would have did good,
okay.
But he wouldn't be.
He would have done okay, but it wouldn't be as good. Because
yeah.
it depends. It depends who was the champion.
I mean, he's a good. He's not just a boxer. He's a fucking good wrestler. Apparently,
he's a good wrestler and he's a good boxer. If he stayed on his feet, like, well, okay, that's a hard thing to see. Like, I'll have to see his first fight to actually answer that. But I'll tell you this:
probably not used to the kicking, I guess. But.
Yeah, but I did watch Jamel Herring fight on bare knuckle fighting. he made that shit look easy. That dude tried to take him down, he couldn't get close to him.
Oh yeah,
Because of the boxing skill. He was on his feet. He just kept moving.
Yeah, but bare knuckle is just boxing, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
No,
you can't
hell
drag
no,
that shit
no,
down.
no.
Okay,
It's
Mark, let
everything.
me tell you this.
It's everything,
Let me-
bro.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
can slam you to the ground, elbow.
Oh,
all
I
the
thought
same
it was
shit.
just boxing, but with no gloves, basically.
They could slam your ass, all that shit. But the thing is,
Oh, okay.
the dude couldn't get to him because Jamel got good feet.
Yeah,
He knew how to
good
move
feet,
out of
yeah.
position and everything. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like if Bud was to do that, he'd be tremendous. But then you do got some guys in UFC and other MMA that know how to get around that shit. So like I said, I'll have to see how he will
See,
do
I've
his
never
first
really
fight.
watched it, but that was just someone that came to me. I thought, fuck, apparently he's a pretty good wrestler,
Yeah.
and he's obviously a strong, person,
yeah.
and can box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably the best
But
boxer
they would have to pay because I
I've
remember
seen for a long time.
I remember a long time he was asked that, and he said he wouldn't mind. He said they don't get paid enough for that shit. Fuck that. He was like, they don't get paid enough for that shit. Take elbows to the head and all that. But like, I think it would have been fun to see. I ain't gonna stunt. It would have been fun to see if Clarissa pulled it off. I know he could pull off a couple fights.
Oh, that's all I'm thinking. You know what I mean? He's just a very talented man. But
right.
Anyway,
right.
Back to normal broadcasting.
Right. DJ says, Slick, have you dissolved the Frank Warren situation? Shit, not yet. I ain't heard no more news on it other than he won his billions and they should have included him on certain fights and he claimed they didn't. But I know what it's really about. It's about forming that monopoly. The part that everybody's missing in the article that nobody, like, I'm going to make this disclaimer. We are allowed to read now, people. All right? So, read. The main thing, it was one sentence that just made all the sense in the world why he's suing. He's suing for the money, and yes, he was supposed to be included, but that's not why he really suing. He's suing because now Zuffa is going to be on Sky Sports. See, once you cross over that pine like that on regular day TV, oh, no, you ain't finna come over here with that shit. That's why at first they didn't care. They didn't care because Zuffa was technically supposed to be for the Americas and help American boxing get on again, according to Turkey and all that shit. But no. We finna invade regular TV now. So that's what it was about. That's what it's about because if you know Frank Warren, his fights are shown on Sky Sports. Just as well they're on DAZN. That's his bread and butter. So he's not trying to have that competition. That's what that shit's about.
That's Sky fucking going behind his back or shitting on him or whatever. He's got to have an issue with them. I don't know why why would you sue fucking Zuffa?
Well, you're suing Zuffa because you're trying to create a monopoly. Like you said, he was supposed to be in the dealings of that type of stuff, and he has not been included, which means he wouldn't go for it. So he has to sue. He has to sue because he should have been included in the contracts. But
he should have been included by Sky. It should have been included by Sky, who he's already partners with or in conjunction with.
Well, but they technically don't got to because the guys that you really in bed with is Seller. Seller was, when they come up with those ideas and stuff like that, they supposed to include Frank Warren. That was the deal.
Okay. Oh.
So I'm pretty sure they didn't tell him about Sky because they knew he would oppose that. That's his, like I said, that's his bread and butter. That's why back in the day when PBC was like on every channel, that's why Golden Boy and Top Rank sued, because now you're like, dude, you taking over every TV network. We ain't gonna get our shine, and you're gonna take over. That's called, in America, they call that a monopoly. So that's what he's worried about. Now you crossing the pine. No, bitch, I don't like it unless I'm getting a piece of it. You get what I mean? And if his name ain't in the contract, he ain't gonna get no piece of it. That's all that shit about. That's why he's suing for so much motherfucking money and all that shit, which he ain't gonna get no billion, that amount of billions he talking about. But you know, at the end of the day, shit, I was taught be it high.
That sort of shit just makes no sense to me. Surely it's in everybody's advantage that's involved in or trying to make money off boxing, that the more boxing that is on fucking free-to-air TV, the better. Because more people will see it, be attracted to it, and blah, blah, blah.
And that's where I see boxing going. That's the one thing I like. Zuffa on Paramount. Now you're starting to see it. I think Paramount.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this Frank Warren fucking thing. I mean, it's on free-to-air TV anyway. How much money are you making off that? I mean, you know what I mean?
You're making shit ton of money off that shit.
And if you get,
I think that's
if your fights are only on once a fortnight, but then that company can have fucking the television company can have fights once a week because this other company will put on fights once a fucking every other second week. It just attracts more people to watch, and they're going to watch every fucking week.
No, that's a fact. I agree with you, but them fucking promoters, they fucking they're greedy. You know what I'm saying? For them dates and all of that shit. You got Zuffa coming in. If I want to throw a fight on the 28th of March, now I can't because you got a fucking show. Fuck you. But that's the greed. That's the greed of the promoters. You get what I'm saying?
They're greed, but stupidity too. If you were greedy, you would sit back and think about it and think, fuck, this might cost me a little bit, but in the future, I'm going to gain a lot more.
And that's why boxing has not evolved.
Yeah, well, I guess
that's why boxing has not evolved. Nobody's looking at the future of the game. They just looking for right now. You get what I'm saying? They just looking right now. And as they looking for right now, we getting those type of fights that we get because it's just right now. There's no forward planning. You know what I'm saying?
I would have thought the people in charge of all this shit are a lot fucking cleverer than me.
Like you got promoters,
and they would think of that. You know what I mean?
Right. You got promoters who basically running the ship. I remember it was a time where your trainer will tell you like, "No, we're not finna fight him right now. We're gonna fight this dude, then fight him." It was a roadmap. You get what I'm saying? The greatest roadmap that you saw was Mayweather, right? Roger Mayweather knew what his nephew was capable of at the time he had him. So there was a reason why he didn't fight certain people until he fought them. You see what I'm saying? If Roger didn't feel like he was good enough to get in there and beat that dude, he was not finna put him in there right away. We was gonna fight this guy, build up what we need to work on, then fight that guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the roadmap trainers used to have. Now you got these promoters that want to essentially take over the job of the matchmaker, essentially take over the job of the trainer, and saying this is who the fuck
everybody
you finna fight. You get what I'm saying?
That's it.
And you're running it out. This is why we have fans that want these big fights after big fight. It shouldn't be like that. And if we would have these crazy ass conversations, like people mad at Devin Haney and Rolly. I'm not fucking mad at that fight. That's cool. Why? Rolly either fight him or he fight his fucking mandatory. One of the two. Yeah. And then if Devin want to take a couple fights in between that, so fucking be it. Every fight don't gotta be a championship bout. Every fight don't have to be, what I'm saying, up to that caliber.
All these bigger fights don't gotta be marinated for fucking 6, 7, 8 fucking years.
Yes, no. Like, for instance, the only two that should be hard boiled, as my dad used to say, is like, for instance, Boots and Virgil. Right now, they are the two stars in that division. If both of them could get on their shit and run the division and then say next year or sometime like that and they hit, it'll be way bigger because you got to see the progression of both of the two. You see what I'm saying? Like they done stamped themselves as being the two best in that division. Like when Ramirez fought Josh Taylor, right? It was unequivocal. These were the two top motherfuckers because both of them had 2 belts apiece. You get what I'm saying? That's what you do. That's how you handle business. Now, fuck it. Now it's starting to be like 140. Belts just shifting hands, this, that, and the third. You don't keep the belt long. The same way 147. These motherfuckers finna be keeping belts on. All this, you know why? Because they keep getting running them into Mack truck after Mack truck after Mack truck. You ain't giving people a chance to progress. Same thing with other fighters. You got people that look good because we seeing them early, and this guy only got like 19 fights. Man, give him a belt. Or you got Keyshawn. He want to run into trucks. Man, take your time. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's how you build stars. These dudes ain't building stars no more.
Yeah, but then you got, that's where I was going to. Then you got people like Boots that have had 35, 36, 37 fights.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
they were handed a ring belt and he got a fucking another belt off someone that had it handed to him.
And then you got Jamel hanging on the win and people arguing
and then
about
you get
what
bullshit that just comes out of, then you get bullshit fights that come out of nowhere, like Jamel Charlo versus fucking the little short-redheaded Mexican, Canelo.
Yeah.
It just comes out of fucking nowhere.
Right,
and that holds up 154 belts, all of them, for how long did that go on? Tim Tszyu was his fucking mandatory for 2 years.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. So, you know, it just
The way
became
it's
this
run
big
is
money play.
insane.
It's being ran crazy. Like I said, back in the day, there was people that didn't want to fight other fighters. At least they was fucking honest. I remember hearing Lennox Lewis. They said, you gonna fight Mike next? He said, no, I am not ready for him. You know what I'm saying? At least he was fucking honest. And you could accept that shit like shit. he was right at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking
Well,
right
you'd
at
be
that
sitting
time.
back saying, fuck you, I wouldn't be fighting that cunt either. Fuck
Right.
that.
You know what I mean? So you had people like Chris Eubank who said when it came to fight oh my God, Philly fighter at the Philly show. Oh my God. I can't think of his fucking name. What the fuck? It'll hit me, man. But he said, he was like, hell no, I know I wasn't gonna fight him because I knew I couldn't beat him. Damn, what was his name, man? Y'all know he can't talk right now, man, but he's still around though. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, I know. James
Tony. Thank you.
Tony.
Yeah, he admitted that shit. Hell no, I'm fine. I'm good. You know what I mean? I can respect that. But these motherfuckers just slipping and sliding past each other, and then people jump they get a belt, and then you sit there and they don't want to hear logical arguments. I can make arguments for everybody in this era, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be that you can't say shit about me. The only person I couldn't say nothing about that I defended was Terrence. And that's what made me a fan of his, because people would sit there and say, after he beat everybody at 140, and I do mean everybody, right? And the one person he was almost about to get to left the division because he saw the smoke coming was Danny Garcia. You see what I'm saying? And he cleared the fucking division and tried to go up, called the big names, including legends, all of that shit, and they didn't want to smoke with him. That's what I talk about, making it, you know, what do you call it? Without an unequivocal doubt that this dude wants to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And kept calling him out.
Yeah.
Going to the, how many times we seen him in Earl Smith's face saying he wanted to fight, telling him, I want to fight you, dude. Quit bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Showing up to the fights. I want that dude. Y'all say he the man, put me in the ring with him. These guys, they just slip past each other. They get it, and it's like a lot of Twitter talk, but then you see them smiling pictures with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You guys ain't selling this shit right. You making a farce of the game.
And then you can go back to, and the only other fighter I can think of that's doing that sort of shit, like calling everybody out, he wants everybody in his division, is Jai Opataya, and it's still not happening.
Yeah, and that's what I want. Like, say
and
that
he's been
shit.
waiting a couple of years for this fucking Zerto too. You know what I mean?
But these guys, they got to see a weakness, or they want to see if you got kink. Like, man, what happened to motherfuckers? I call it the LeBron here. That's how LeBron James is. And KD started. Let's switch teams and put all the stars on one team, and that way we ain't got to go against each other. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit, man. Go against each other.
Then you got dudes like Boots, though, that a lot of people think is the fucking shit. But you don't hear him calling out
You're right.
The champions at 154.
You know, like I said, he could have
biggest kerfuffle's been about fucking Virgil Ortiz, and he don't even have a fucking belt.
Like motherfucker said, man, Kelly
I don't know why he doesn't go over that.
He beat Murder. Oh, well, thank Boots for that, because he could have had that fight.
But why doesn't Boots go after the WBA champion right now? What's his name? From Puerto Rico, I think, isn't he?
Xander.
Yeah, Xander.
Right. He go to Xander. He go to Kelly. He go at but he could have had Murzalia first. Yeah. Remember when him and Josh, Kelly dropped out the fight and all that shit? Yeah. And that motherfucker was looking for a fight. I remember Isaiah was like, no, he made a tweet like, nobody wants to fight me. This is in the third. Boots was right there, could have said, put his hand up and said, I'll fight you. He ain't do that shit. You know, and this ain't no Boots slander. I'm just saying that.
But how's that go, though? But
go ahead.
Eddie Hearn is fucking Boots and Kelly's promoter, isn't he?
Right.
So Kelly dropped out because Eddie Hearn's thinking, fuck, we'll get Boots to take this fight. Boots has said, no, I'm not fighting that dude.
Right.
All of a sudden, Kelly's back in the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so as a Boots fan, I'm tired of the eye test. I know he got a nice IQ. I know he has this thing. I done picked out his flaws.
He looks good. He looks good.
But let's see if he really that good. Put him in there with another champion. It's time. 35 fights in the game, bro. Like, what you gonna wait? What are you waiting for? It's not like he's one of them Mexican fighters. You know what I'm saying? Salutes to Mexico, where they come over here and they got fucking 80 fights already. And he ain't shit but fucking 25. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've been fighting in America, bro. Like, who you? It begs the question, like, who have you been fighting? You know what I mean? Like, we've seen the skills. We tired of showcase fights. We want to see you fight a champion. That's it. A real champion, bro. Not no a placeholder like Stanionis.
Oh, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't even have to have a fucking. Doesn't be a champion. I'd like to see him fight Virgil, but that's obviously not going to happen. I'd like to see him fight fucking Charlo. He don't have no belts at the moment either.
And
you know what I mean?
and exactly.
But they're credible opponents.
Right. I give you that.
Like at the moment, Tim Zoo's even got a better name than anybody on Boots'
And if
fucking
I was
resume.
if I was any 154 champion, I'd be trying to fight Charlo next. Because once you beat Charlo, you know what I'm saying, when you get done, he's still lineal. And when you beat him, that you will be number one. Like, you will be number one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should be.
Well,
That's
you
up to
should
Turkey
be.
to hand you the belt, I guess.
Right. You should be number one. If I beat the lineal champ, bro, you fuck all the rest of you motherfuckers. I beat the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I felt like he was gonna come fuck shit up, but he didn't. Now he back. That's the man that has to be beat by some fucking body that's holding the belt. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I would love that. And if I'm Boots, I'm like, give him to me. You know what I'm saying? Give him to me. And then he can talk shit. You didn't beat the man.
But I've heard him too. I've heard Mel Charlo on some interviews, and he's called out Boots. He's called out Virgil. So he's up for a fight with someone.
So
nobody seems to be accepting it though.
Nah,
and I reckon now's the time to get him after what, 2 years out of fucking fighting and 3 years out of the division.
Right. And I'm just like, dude, I've never heard this shit day in my life. And I was listening to somebody, you know how YouTube just keep playing videos. I was working and shit, and I'm listening to it, and I heard somehow, I can't remember what show it was that came on, but they were like, yeah, Charlo Arcon, but what has Charlo done lately? Why does Charlo deserve a fight with Boots? I'm like, what? What the fuck am I listening to? Are you fucking serious,
Go and fucking
bro?
get it, man.
I was like, oh my God,
this
bro.
is the bullshit we got to put up with.
I was like, stop playing. They making all these excuses why nobody should fight Charlo. Everybody got a belt there should fight fucking Charlo as a thank you. The fuck?
While he's at 154, like I said, Tim Zoo is a better name than anybody on fucking Boots' fucking resume. Hell, the dude that knocked fucking that Tim beat, but he knocked out Fundora. I can't remember his name. American fella.
I know who you're talking about.
Starts with an M, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, he's a better name than anybody on Boots' fucking resume.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his damn name, goddammit.
So am I.
I hate when I go blank. Why they do that? Here we go.
Anyway, he came to Australia and Tim beat him, but only over the distance. Didn't knock him out. But he knocked out fucking. Fuck, it's driving me insane, man. But anyway, that's me. Just fucking fight somebody with a fucking half a name.
Mendoza. Brian Mendoza.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Just somebody, anybody with half a name, you know. Don't go fighting that Spencer that fucking Tim had a tune up with before he got fucking stopped by Fundora in the second fight. Don't, you know?
Right.
Not that dude that fucking Tim fought last time, the Venezuelan. No, what was his name? Vasquez or something.
Yeah.
Somebody really good.
And that's all I'm saying.
Don't have to be the best.
No, he don't. No, he got to be the best, but somebody credible, like you said. He went cross country. What did you say? Slick, have you just Mark Sella been trying to get Fury behind Frank for real? Sella been trying to get Fury? Are you serious? From Frank on Netflix now? Yeah, that Fury fight on Netflix, but
DJ's out the back in his tinfoil fucking pyramid again.
Yeah, we figured out Mendoza, but you said, but I mean, that's a two-way street. That ain't just Frank, too. They got to deal with Bob with Fury. People always forget that Fury signed to Bob and Frank. But I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, that's where I'm at with boxing. Like, I want these guys, like, if you want me to say, like, this dude King fight motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck who like who for his fans, but the ones that are fighting each other, give them they fucking credit. You know what I'm saying? The ones that ain't, man, look, y'all can be fans all you want, but then when I make a logical fucking call, don't fucking sit here and say, hey, well, this guy ain't doing this. Man, fuck that. Don't do that shit because all of them should be doing that shit. The ones that want the smoke ain't getting the smoke. And most of y'all favorite fighters aren't fighting them. They won't fight them.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Slick, I've got to get going, mate.
That's what it do, bro. Thank you, Mark, for coming on, bro.
No worries. All right. See you later. See you, DJ. See you, Aircraft. Fucking round one of you still awake.
Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, I'll be listening tomorrow. I'm obviously Monday here, so I'll be at work Monday morning.
I got
but I'll be listening.
I got you.
Got it. See ya.
But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Most of y'all that are fans of boxers, man, y'all got to start pulling their card. That's what I always did. If my favorite boxer wasn't doing what, man, that I felt like he was doing, man, I was vocal about that shit because how I'm gonna rally behind you and you ain't fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't get it. And nowadays just seem like the ones who want the smoke, right? Who are taking the challenges, you know, get shitted on. You know, case in point, like Shakur. They kept saying all he did was jab. Well, shit, your favorite fighter didn't make him come up out of that. And if that's all he had to do to win, I ain't mad at it. Yes, I do wish he'd take more chances, but I do know who he is. I don't take a fighter and wish he was what I want to be. I already knew what type of style fighter Shakur is. He's 100% boxer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the hit, not get hit. He's not the make him miss, make him pay type. You know what I'm saying? So I take fights for they are. I just wish the ones who get their chances should get the smoke. For instance, I wish Shakur would go down and fight go back to 135 and fight I can't even Muratala. I think that would be dope. What's up, DJ?
I think I was. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 seconds too late. I'm catching up with Mark there about the tinfoil hat. But there's a couple of things in all of this that I don't know. I reserve the right to look at, and it's the boxing politics between promoters.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like it's proven again and again and again. So you boys were talking about what exactly? Who fights who?
Yeah, no, I was just saying like how, you know, we got like certain fighters, you know, they aren't fighting nobody. You know, it's not just they're not calling for it. You know, I could appreciate when Conor Ben was trying to fight Amir Khan and Eddie was he put it out there, made Eddie basically admit that he didn't want that fight. You know what I'm saying? When he wanted to fight, I think that was the nail in the coffin for him for a little bit when the drug test came out because he was like, man, you got him on the phone, you got his number, call him, Eddie. He put it out there because people was trying to make it seem like he didn't want to fight Amir Khan at the time, and Eddie was like, well, yeah, I could call him, but and then everybody understood. You know what I'm saying? Like if a fighter wants to fight, make it be known it ain't just you. Bud did the same thing. He started putting Bob on the spot. I want Pacquiao. What's up, Bob? And he would look at, and then the commentator would be like, look at Bob. He'll look at Bob like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Make it be known. I'm not saying that you're going to get that fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, at least it lets the fans know and alleviates speculation of what's going on. That's all I'm saying. This guy, like, he kept bringing up Boots, but Boots is kind of the best example of it. You know, you got every time I see him do an interview, he always says, these guys always say this, these guys always say my name, but he's never saying he's willing to oblige these fights. You get what I'm saying? Whether Eddie's gonna give them to you or not, but at least let the fans and the public know that these are fights that you would want.
I do. Like I hear what you're saying, but I'm also gonna say if we take someone like Jamil Charlo, for example.
Yeah.
He's a WBA champion in recess.
Right.
So he's got a a license in his back pocket to go to the WBA and say, look, I might have been out of the game for 1 year, 3 years, 7 years. Whilst ever I'm champion in recess, I reserve the right to actually come back out of rest or retirement, and I'm going to challenge for that title. So
Right.
who's got the title, right? It's Sanders Ayers, who's the guy under him? It's Boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Mel comes out of retirement and has a tune up, that destroys the contract. Like it says, well, no. If you're champion in recess, we'll give you the ability to challenge for the title, but we're not going to back you to have a tune up.
Right.
So if you look at it from a Louis de Curbis and a PBC point of view, you go, well, hang on a minute. What deal can I make here?
Well, I mean, he can't get right back into it. Right? Well, he can. But he claims that he's called the WA. He claimed that he called Eddie. Well, not called Eddie. I think he said he talked to Eddie, or whatever the case may be,
Well,
whatever he meant by that. But I feel like it's not just the onus is not just on him. I think that I think he's going to be avoided.
Well, that'd be a shame, but because fuck, love him or hate him, Mel Challo's the king at 54.
Right.
No one's beaten him to take the titles off him. Right.
Right. And that's why I
But
was saying, like, if I had a belt, I'd be trying to fight him because whoever beats him is the man.
Yeah, but they're chasing money. They're not chasing prestige.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
You know, like Mel's what? Unified, Undisputed, Ring Magazine, all those sorts of things. But for the new guys coming in and the promoters coming in from a business perspective, they go, well, I only want to put the best fights on. And if I put my guy against Jamel Charlo at an exorbitant price, who's going to give them the credibility? Because all they're going to do is say that Mel had ring rust. So it's a fuck around. It's the same thing with Thurman and Fondora.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, but this I well, yeah, I can see how you looking at it as the same, but Thurman doesn't have what Jamel has, which is the lineal. It's supposed to mean something, but I get what you're saying. The way these guys looking at it now, like that shit don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? But like it should mean something because all you guys are holding belts that was never taken off of the man. It should have some importance to want to be the number one dude. You know, even for like say Boots fighting and beating, he can clown all the champions. Like y'all ain't never what?
Look,
the belt you got was borrowed. You never beat the man. You never beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be clamoring for that fight.
So here's how and it's not against Boots, it's not against Eddie, it's just the environment that they're in. If Eddie doesn't give Boots a high profile fight for a title shot, and Boots is on contract for one more fight with Matchroom, right? What's Eddie supposed to do? Like, does he give him another tomato can? Like it's got to work both ways, right? So, you know, if you can't get Virgil for a big price tag, where do you go after next? And if you want to go after Xander next without Turkey, you're actually asking Eddie to do business with Bob Arum.
Right. He got to figure out something because he could have had Murtazalia. I don't understand for the like of me why that.
No, well, I've come to learn there that it's only the W's, not the IBF, that you get a right to challenge for the title above you. So the
Oh,
IBF doesn't allow you to do that.
oh, you just taught me something. Okay.
Yeah, I learned it over on
Yeah.
just a different interaction. I went, shit, okay. Like we all assumed that if you're a champion at 47, you want to go to 54, you can demand a shot at the title. Well, no, not with the IBF. That's not in their rules.
Hmm. But I mean, surely that fight, could have been, it still could have been made, no doubt.
Oh, of course. But there comes that. Then that's not a rules based conversation. That's how much money can we earn conversation.
Yeah, because he got Kelly. Kelly, remember Kelly? Like Kelly was supposed to have that fight, and all of a sudden he got hurt or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That fight was gone. So you had Mirzalia, like I said, I remember him on Twitter talking about nobody wants to
Yeah,
fight me and all of this shit. So that fight could have been made.
but
He could have had a championship fight right there.
but it doesn't make sense for Eddie to take Josh Kelly and put him in front of Boots and hedge his bets out of his own portfolio. That doesn't make sense.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, why didn't Boots want the fight? Do you think they ever came across Boots' table? Like you could fight him?
Oh,
Because Kelly
well,
magically, remember now Kelly magically back appeared being a challenger, remember? Remember they were supposed to fight. Kelly fell off.
yeah, look,
And it went for
so
months. And then all of a sudden he was back on. Somewhere in between there, I'm pretty sure he was asked. I'm just saying, this is me speculating, but I would imagine
Well,
it. I would imagine that fight was offered to Boots.
well, Eddie Hearn's in a bit of a conundrum there where he says, well, my guy and Josh Kelly actually beat Bakram Murtazaliev. It's got the title. I've got some paperwork here where Josh Kelly said that he'd fight Boots. Do I want to take the risk taking the belt off a guy that I work with to give it to another guy that I work with? Like, you understand? Like it.
Yeah. At this
Like
point, I don't
it's
think. You're right. All right, cutting yourself out when he could possibly keep him champion and hopefully get a Xander Zayas or somebody else for Boots. Yeah, I totally understand that. No, I totally understand that. I was saying before Kelly got to that belt, it should have been Boots fighting for that belt. But now that Kelly has it, I don't think he'll ever make a Kelly and Boots fight.
no.
Like you
Well,
said, he'll be
well,
going against himself.
well, Kelly's got the IBF, so Boots wasn't entitled to actually mandate from 47 to 54 the IBF
No,
title.
I'm talking about just going for the fight.
Aye.
Just going. I'm
Look
not
at-
saying mandated. Just go for the fight. You know what I mean?
Man,
Because I'm talking about after when Kelly dropped off. Not before Kelly was on the first time. After Kelly dropped off, Mirzaev didn't have nobody lined up. You get what I'm trying to say? So in that time, why not go for that fight? Because you could have potentially
well,
been
because
champ.
they couldn't demand it, and it was risk versus reward.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember there that Bakram was, and we know now it's bullshit. Like Bakram just bulldozed his way through Tim Zoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to put your guy up against potentially a Bakram that's just going to bull. You try to look after people's careers as a promoter, right? So no one else was calling out Bakram. Everyone else was calling out
Right.
Jamil Charlo, Fondora, Errol Spence, Xander. No one was calling out Bakram until Josh Kelly got his opportunity and just went in there and outboxed him.
Right. Yep.
Because if I was to say to you, Bakram Mirzaliev, I'd imagine that your first thoughts in your mind are how he beat the shit out of Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Hell,
just
I thought he was
walked him.
I thought he was gonna whoop on Kelly.
Yep.
I did. I really did. And then I found out boxers are Mirzaliev's kryptonite. He don't like movers. He'll fight. He a fighter. If you stand still, he might beat your ass. If you moving around, he can't fuck with you. He can't get you. He don't know how to cut that ring off. He ain't get the feet for it.
History will tell you that 54 is one of those divisions. Fuck around and find out.
Right.
Not many people get out of 54 without an L.
Right.
And it doesn't mean it destroys your career. It is just so goddamn fucking competitive with the weight, the size, the gloves. Like anyone. Like shit. We saw Mendoza knock out Fondora. Make that make sense to me.
Yep. Fucking overhand,
Right.
bro. Fucking overhand. Thurman gonna need 1 million overhands.
Yeah, look, I would say that 6-7 years ago that Thurman's got the footwork and the craft to get in under Fondora, but there's it's pretty well documented that Fondora hits hard.
Yeah.
And it's not about his muscle mass, it's about his leverage.
The torque, yeah.
Yeah. Like we ever get to catch up there that Fondora had Tim Tszyu in the corner saying, it's my belt, like just owning him, just with uppercuts and this, that, and whatever else. And, he quit on the stool.
How you see Thurman getting did? You think Thurman gonna get did like that?
No, not like that. Thurman's taught different. How do I see that going? I think that Thurman have the IQ to find different angles on Fondora that he's not used to. But I can't have absolute faith in Thurman 6 years ago to Thurman now. I just can't.
Yeah, I went back and looked at that Jarvis fight, and he's still strong as shit, no doubt, but his speed ain't the same at all. That combination he landed on Jarvis, I was like, that's not,
Yes.
the speed. It's not. He don't have it. He just don't have that same speed no more. He was more throwing from the shoulders like a brawler was when he laid that combination. Then that's not like how Thurman used to throw, bro. So I don't. I'm afraid for Thurman, bro.
Look, I think that people like Keith only elevate their skills to a level that they need to. Like Brock Jarvis, he's never going to test your footwork, right? Never ever, right? So it was a mismatch, and let's be fair, it was a lead into hopefully a Thurman and Tim Tszyu fight.
Tim Tszyu fight, yeah.
Yeah. Off the back of Louis DeCurbis and PBC, what they wanted to see. So, I don't know that we've seen the best of Keith Thurman at whatever age he's. How old is he? 34, 35?
Yeah, he up there.
So
I just
now
hope it's a good fight. I hope it's a good fight. I just don't want to see Thurman get pummeled like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't think Keith will get pummeled. Like he might get stopped or whatever it is, but Keith's too smart in the ring to take unnecessary damage. Like the ref might be concerned or something like that, but I don't want to. I don't want to value a boxer 6 years ago with the same value I value him now,
Right.
if that makes sense.
No, it make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Young Bull gonna come in there with his confidence high because he's looking at him as an old man. I just hope that Thurman knows how to, has been prepping himself to pace himself because his gas tank ain't the same neither. So
Yeah, but let's be fair to the man. He's been in the ring with better fighters than Fondora. Whether it's Pacquiao, whether it's, just go back through his resume.
That's a fact, but it's the height difference though. He's never fought nobody. That's the cheat code. The thing is, it's not that you fighting a guy that may be like, if I took Fundor and can shrink him down to 5'9", 5'10", his skill set will be regular as shit. His skill set look good because he's fucking 6'9", where the fuck he is. And it's hard to get to his fucking head and get to him, period. You know what I mean?
Go
ahead.
Put it this way. If I was to take the style and the ability of a Tyson or a Tank versus a Fondora's in a lot of problems.
Yeah, facts. Big head movement, right?
But
they used to fight tall people.
The 54 division just doesn't have that guy yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Ain't no killers there yet.
You can see the holes, you can see the windows, but we just haven't found that guy yet.
Yep.
I'm not sure what Spencer do in that. Like,
no, I don't think there's nobody that could beat him.
How many bodies? Well, how many KOs has Spence got by way of body shot?
He got a lot. He had plenty of body shot sit downs, but you got to get to him. That's my thing. If one thing, and the only reason I keep saying that you got to get to him, the one thing before that last fight between him and Tim, I said, let's see, has he learned from the first fight? If he fights tall, he gonna make this fight a lot easier. He came in there trying to fight again, and then all of a sudden, what'd he do? Straighten the fuck up and start living behind that fucking jab. That's the problem. When a tall fighter realized I don't have to fucking bend down all the time and fight these motherfuckers, and I can stand tall and tear your ass up with a jab and a hook, and it's gonna be a long fucking night.
Yeah,
like I said, it's gonna take somebody with that tenacity of a Mike Tyson and head movement like Mike Tyson or Tank, or
Think about this. In the second fight, forget about the head cut and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the second fight, Fondora beat Tim on the inside, not the outside. And he quit on the stool.
Right. But when he got cracked, though, he straightened up. That's what I'm saying. He got sense now. And the first fight, it was a banger, but
hang on. It's second fight, it's boxing. You're gonna get hit, right?
No, I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him adding it to his arsenal. Of all his fights, he just wanted to stay in the inside, period. Even after he got hit, right? That's why he didn't know how to deal with the Mendoza punch. He didn't know what to do. The motherfucker said, fuck, I just got rocked. He didn't know whether I should clinch. He didn't know none of that, nothing to do, or just at least start throwing that jab out there so that I couldn't get finished, or whatever the case may be. In that last Tim fight, though, Tim got to him and punched him right in that fucking nose, and that boy said, whoop, and started living behind that jab till he got his shit together, and then he went back inside. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Once you learn that, man, I just feel like if he get in a fight and he feel like let's just say Thurman's getting the best of him, right? It ain't hurting him, but he just keeps finding him. He can just live behind the jab now. He'll be comfortable enough to say, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live behind this fucking jab, throw a hook here and there, and you're not gonna be able to get to me. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. 54 ain't got that like, okay, if that was Mike Tyson, right? And Mike was getting close enough, like he just nicking you. You stand up tall and start fighting tall. Mike took that as a weakness. Now Mike gonna turn it up on you, and what he gonna get to you. We don't got that guy at 154 with that type of tenacity yet. I don't think.
You don't see any of them with the capability to get under him.
Nope. Who?
Ooh, no.
I don't see nobody.
I by accident, not by way of foot movement. I can only feel like that if Virgil gets up underneath him and starts ripping to the body, that might be a problem.
Yeah. If
By
he can
accident.
get there. By accident. Right. Right. But we don't have nobody. We be like, oh shit. This dude might just nah. There's a lot of boxers in the game now, and they just box. It's not a lot of strong fighters with good head movement. You know what I'm saying? Things like that know how to get around them long punches. Or like when I went back and watched the Tim Tszyu fight or whatever the case may be, there was a lot of times where Tim should have been laying back and just counter off of it, but he wasn't. He was just in there fighting. Like there's certain things that fighters at 154 that they just aren't doing. It's almost like when you watch 154, you can almost tell who start off dominating is pretty much who's going to win. It's not a skill. It's like 154 doesn't just have that skill set just yet where somebody's going to be there to dominate unless we see Boots get on a good foot or things like that. But even he has questions when you get the inside on him. He just wants to tie you up. He doesn't truly have that inside game if you're a hyperactive fighter. So, yeah, like I said, his height, Fondora's height is his best attribute. That's what makes him a cheat code. 100%. It would take somebody that's used to fighting tall people to really get up under and be relentless. When you go back and watch the Mendoza knockout, go back and watch it. And look at how he landed it. Look how he got to him. It would take somebody like that that's just truly not afraid and duck under, look, okay, when he shoot this punch, I know what to do. Somebody with that type of mentality, you know?
Well, you boys were talking about it a little bit earlier, and I just want to weigh into it. I reckon that after 3 years, an 80% Jamel Charlo still cleans up 80% of the 54 division.
Yeah, that's a strong possibility.
Like it, as much as we get frustrated as fans that he didn't have that fight and he didn't have that fight and he didn't do this, champion recess, the whole Charlo thing, like you can't deny the guy at 54. You just can't.
Right. That's a fact. The only one I think that's a real problem with, like I say, Fundora. Everybody else, he got damn sure a chance. I think he definitely beats Zayas. He definitely takes him out. He don't too much like confrontation, so that'll be an issue.
The problem I've got with Xander is I don't think he's got the speed.
Yeah. He fights on the way out. His when he get close quarters and got to fight, he fighting to get away. He's not fighting to. That's how I feel, man. Even though he beat Burrell, but he was fighting to just stay away. You know what I'm saying? Like
even from the outside, like if he's fighting someone decent, like it, I don't feel like he's got weapons.
Yeah.
He's just got size.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
What are you laughing?
I'm laughing because I'm playing in my head like when I watch Zion, I swear, it's just I feel like he's punching to get away. He's not punching to get rid of you. He's punching to get away. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna last long. They got to pick his next fight wisely. I swear.
Yeah. So you asked everyone else, are you going to make a pick on Fondora and Thurman, or not really?
I don't want to make one, man, but I'm gonna be rooting for Thurman though. But I believe Fundora gonna win. I root for Thurman, man. At least Thurman willing to fight a young cat. I gotta give him his props. He don't gotta fight. You know, I can't help but believe that he actually just want to be recognized again. You know what I'm saying? He do want to be a champion. So I gotta give him props on that. And he's willing to take this tough ass fight. You know what I'm saying? I watched that little what do they call like you see behind their life or whatever.
Yeah.
I believe every word he said, man. He wasn't talking too much smack. He just really wants to believe. He really wants to be champion again. So,
but he signed the Al Heyman PBC contract for perpetuity for life, right?
right,
Like,
right.
is he really willing, or is he just told to?
He was gone that fucking long. He never had to come back. You signed for 2 years. Tell me you can't retire. Shit. And he didn't have to come back. You know what I mean? And damn sure didn't have to take this shit. He could have said, I'm done. But to say that you're gonna get a shot at the belt and to fight somebody like this to get it, I give him props. It's more than most of these motherfuckers doing. So, like I said, I'm rooting for him. I am rooting for him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm rooting for him, but I think Fundora gonna beat him though.
So have you spoken on the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao whole situation?
Man.
You know, social media will tell you he's broke, and
he ain't broke. That man not broke. I don't believe Mayweather broke at all, man. He playing the game. That's a big fucking check.
Is that a fight you'll watch?
I watch it. I could tell you no now, and I'm gonna end up watching it any fucking way. So that's all I watch.
Fuck you, Slick, because last year and the year before, I'm just minding my own business, and I'm fucking tuning into fights that we watched together on some goddamn prospect or undercard card.
Yeah, so, I watch everything, so I can't sit here and lie. But like I just said, Usyk shit. I'm not interested in it, but once it hit TV, I'm gonna fuck around and watch it.
Did you see the MVPW stuff?
Yeah, we talked about that, and they signed an ESPN deal to 2028, and it's for the women's only. First card April 2nd, second one is April 17th. Not Daniel Dubois. Caroline Dubois headlining the first card, and then Alicia Baumgardner headlining the second card. I see what they doing there. You know, they finna line them up for a crash course. And you know, so I think it's dope. I think it's dope, but I think it's also a slap in Bob's face that to say they was getting out of boxing and now look what they're picking up. So, you know, I'm like, damn, Bob, what the fuck? Where you gonna go?
It's hard to know, and I'm gonna double down in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't MVP have on their books?
What you mean, for as women or
women?
Oh, old girl. You know her name, Clarissa. Is that who you was talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
They also don't have Gabby.
Gabby, wait a minute. Refresh my memory. Gabby who? You're not talking about Gabby Rosario, are you?
No, Gabby Fondora.
Oh, yeah. I can get, because, you know, remember we was watching the Gabby that signed to Serrano. The one we like. Her name Gabby too. Every time you say Gabby, I'll be thinking of her. But yeah, they don't got Fondora. But shit, they cornering the market though.
Oh, look, cornering it. They've just thrown a blanket over it.
Right. I'm talking about Man, I'm shocked he did it. I remember being live with y'all on here. Like that'd be dope if he do something like really make like
Well,
all women's. And he
the
did that shit.
the Alicia fights 10 rounds at 3 minutes. Like they're actually going to go 3 minutes on that fight. That's
On
next
which
month in
on which
April.
one? Who is?
Alicia Baumgarten.
Oh, she is?
Oh, they're going 3 minutes, Slick.
Oh shit. I'm with that. I'm with that. Oh lie. I like that shit. It should be because that should be pissing me off. They always be about to knock somebody out and then the bell ring. It should be 3 minutes. It should be 3 minutes and make it 10-round championship fights for girls. Or the 12. I don't give a fuck. But the round time got to change. It can't be 2-minute rounds, bro. That's why they lacking. I watch too many female fights and it always seems like the girl gets saved at the fucking bell. They will have more knockouts if they had more time.
Yeah,
But
maybe at the elite level, but
yeah,
some of the garbage fights that you don't need to watch it for 3 minutes. Like it's just garbage.
I mean that them girls got to elevate their game. They have to elevate their game, and it's gonna force them to. Right? It got to change somewhere for it to progress.
No, I agree with you there. I think it's just progression of the sport, right?
Right.
But MVP's got it on lock. As far as I'm concerned, it's more about it's less about who do you have and more about who don't you have.
For real.
And there's only a few names outside MVP that they actually don't have.
Yeah. But they got the names that you want to, whoever is into female boxing, they got the names you want to see, though. You got Chantel Cameron, Scottney, I'm missing one. Chantel Cameron, what's the other girl? Ebony Bridges, and what's the other girl? My God. She's from Australia too, right? I think she's from Australia.
Shanika Johnson. Well, she's kind of with MVP, but if she wants to be amongst the women's elite of the league, sign up.
Yeah, they got everybody I want to see for as females that I know, and especially Chantel Cameron. You know, I like Chantel Cameron. She can box her and Scottney. Them two there, they are problems.
You're not doing a punch thing and just love the weigh-ins when they're wearing nothing.
No, I like that part too, but them girls, Chantel Cameron is a monster. She's a monster. I like her, and I definitely like Scottney. She's a boxer for real. She could box her ass off.
Well, she's going for undisputed next month.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Gabby's fighting next weekend.
Who else on that card with Gabby?
Pass. Give me a minute.
Mark said, I don't want to see that shit. That's men's business. Oh, shit. I don't, look, you sign up for it. Hey, man, I'm all for equal rights, equal fights. Straight up. Equal rights, equal fights. If that's what they want to do, I'm not mad at it. Just be good at it. That's all. It's all boxing to me. I don't separate it to. Some, they call it women's boxing. It's just boxing to me. Now, if they was this, I could see if they was in there barehanded, just cat fighting all the time. You know what I mean? That's different. You know what I mean? But, like, it's a sport.
No, they're definitely evolving, getting better, and those sorts of things. So,
right. I remember when girls used to windmill.
Well, to be fair, that we don't watch bullshit men fights either. You just
Right.
go, oh, that's fucking trash. We're not
Right.
watching that.
Right.
So it's not really a gender decision. It's going, well, Taylor Serrano, we're watching it.
Right.
Some bullshit fight somewhere else. It's actually not about gender. It's you get picky.
Yeah.
I think as a boxing fan, you just go, oh, you want a close contest,
Right.
men or women.
Right. Facts. That's all facts right there. And I'm shocked that ESPN picked it. That's what I was like, what? When they said that on here, I was like, what? ESPN? Yeah, right. I can't believe. But I think Paramount jump started some shit. They like, well, Paramount is like, hey, it's worth having boxing. Maybe we all should get back in boxing because we can piggyback off all this shit. Paramount gonna blow that shit up. Turkey and Paramount gonna blow all that shit up, and it's gonna make boxing great again. So we might as well get back in the game too with something new. But I just feel bad for Bob because Bob still ain't found a home, and I'm like, damn, Bob, they just closed you out and brought boxing back. That shit is crazy. So and at least PBC got Amazon. But I need Top Rank find them a home ASAP. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I miss my Friday night, Saturday night cards they used to throw and all that shit. I miss seeing all the upcoming boxes that could be something. I miss that shit. Damn, aircraft carrier, you cold as fuck. Cold as hell, man.
You don't need Bob to find a home because the fighters that Bob's got, you've seen on different platforms. Keyshawn, even Teo when he got beat. You're still getting to see stars. He's just pimping them out.
Yeah, but I'm saying the consistency, we was guaranteed to have top rank cards like what every other weekend, of boxing. I just feel like it took away. Now they don't have a home. It took an outlet away, so to speak. Yeah, Bob up there, bro. Bob is up there, man. We don't see a lot of them no more like we used to either. But I hope he get a home, man. Hope Top Rank finds a home. Bring back my prospect fights, of the up and comers. So I definitely can have something to watch. I know for sure because today I tried to watch Pro Box. That didn't work for me.
Slick, who are you gonna watch this year? Forget about the promoter. Who are you gonna watch this year?
Who I'm looking forward to watch?
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that Magnificent Seven or whatever it's called.
What? That's new to me.
The Moses Thomas card. It's called a Magnificent Seven. It's like 7 fights.
What's that? Queensbury thing?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's this month. Yeah, I believe it's this month. I think it's the same day as Thurman and no shit.
You haven't got a name to look out for this year?
Moses? I don't.
Oh, don't do that.
And I'm waiting on.
Hang on. I'm not letting you have that because you put him in a protection plan last year.
Yeah, I know. We gonna let him out this year, man.
Oh,
we gonna let him out because the boxing need him, bro. We need him. We need him. God, I just need some good fights, bro. And right now, it don't look like everything is by contingency. The David Benavidez, Zerto, that's gonna be a good fight. But I mean, like, it's not too much out there right now. It's not too much out there.
All right. I'm going to put you on the spot before I drop down and go and do a couple of things. Any division, don't care. Give me 5 fights that you'd like to see made, according to Slick.
Yeah, goddamn me. I like, goddamn. I ain't gonna lie. If one of the main fights I'd like to see, if Shakur won't go back down to 135, I like to see um God damn it, I went blank. Appetite for Smoke. What's my guy name? He just beat Sam Noakes. Him and Murtala.
Abdullah.
Yep, Abdullah and Murtala. I like to see that. I tell you who else I would like to see.
Listen,
What?
sorry to interrupt, Slick, but aircraft carrier. Man, things going through court. We don't even know whether he's going to end up in jail or not. He may well be retired. Don't get suckered into the hype.
Yeah, they trying to.
He's giving us Benavides versus Canelo. Oh shit!
Man, if that
That'd
happened,
be. That's probably the biggest fight I can think about.
Yeah, that's mega. I'd like to see Usyk fight a number one, Kabayel, or my boy that just got popped for cocaine. What's my boy name?
Don't do that. Don't do that. He's challenging it.
I can't remember his name, man. I just
Parker.
Parker, thank you.
Justice Parker.
Yeah. Parker. I like to see Usyk and Parker or Kabayel. I would like to see Carolina Dubois go against Bumgardner.
Hang on, run that back. Who?
Carolina Dubois against Alicia Bumgardner.
They're in different weight divisions.
Yeah,
that's
but
interesting.
They lining up though. They lining up. They got bad blood, so I like to see it happen. That's 3. I don't know who I want Devin to fight, but I like to see Devin fight again. I'm trying to think. Who would I want Devin to really, really fight? Besides a Rolly or...
Well, how about while you're thinking about it, I'll give you a few of mine.
Yeah.
Opatoya versus Benavides at Cruiser. Like, there's no planet that's not an exciting fight.
Right.
It just... It don't make sense. Those boys aren't going to want to kill each other. So, I personally would like to see Shakur and Gary Antoine Russell for Styles.
Okay. That'd be a good fight, though. I think it still would be.
I'm really happy with Errol and Jamel Charlo at 54. I'm absolutely down for that. And what's that? 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Hernandez versus Lara.
Who against Lara?
Yelenly
Hernandez.
Yeah.
160
versus Lara. And I'm gonna go. You want me to pick a female one?
Yeah.
Shadeja, if Clarissa can make weight.
That'd be tough. I ain't think about that one. That'd be great. But I do got still 2 of yours, though. That Benavides, either one for me, Benavides or Gilberto for Jao Patai. Whoever wins that, he fights them. For sure. And Earl and Jamal, that'd be cool, but I'll take Earl and Tim. If that actually will come to fruition, I'll take that one too. But if man, aircraft carrier, boy, if they make that fucking Canelo Benavidez, boy,
Yeah,
that
that's
fight's larger than life.
yeah. I agree with you. Well, I actually think the Jai Albertine and Benavidez fight's on the same level. Like
Yeah,
anyone that knows, man, them boys are just gonna go to war.
yeah, yeah,
Absolute war.
yeah. It's gonna be a war, but I don't think it would have the hype that Benavidez because just the whole pass and you know what I mean, all of that shit. But I don't see that fight ever happening. I don't see that fight
Who?
ever happening.
Which fight?
Benavidez and Canelo.
Probably not.
No.
Not unless Benavidez, Canelo wanted to put on a bit of weight.
Right.
But look, I think we need to be fucking fair to him. Canelo's kind of done.
Yeah, he's slow. He didn't slow down a bit. But
Well,
I'm all for that Benavidez and Opetaya, though.
Oh, think about just the work rates and the aggression in that
Yeah,
fight.
right.
Sleep.
They both gonna be in the middle of the ring. Ain't nobody running. Nobody. That's the thing. You talking about a barn burner. That's exactly what that's gonna be. And they gonna go to somebody hit the ground. I'm talking about no fear. That's what the match should be called, no fear, because neither one of them got it.
Oh no, that's just a licensed street fight in some respects.
Yep.
So what are you doing with putting your protection plan over Terramona?
Nah, man, I want to see him fight. At this point, they got him on ice, man. They're gonna wait till you get rusty and get gray hairs and shit before you get a damn fight. Eddie need to put him on ASAP. Quit waiting for Australian card. He just needs to be out there fighting somebody. It's not like he got a record where like he's in demand to fight somebody good or even great. Just put him in some fucking fights and get him known.
Last 21 fights, 21 knockouts.
Yeah, man, he needs to fucking keep him going.
Yeah.
The world don't know him yet. You know what I'm saying? So
give me, other than Terramona, who's your prospect for 2026 that I need to keep an eye on?
Yeah. Polanco,
who is it?
I would Rohan Polanco, but he ain't out. I don't know when his next fight gonna be. He with Top Rank. Shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I would have said Rohan Polanco, but like I say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, see, you don't have a prospect to keep an eye on.
Nope. I ain't seen that for real. I haven't seen any for real. Like like I said, Top Rank was my scout card for the prospects for real. But there ain't been really no prospect fights out there. Oh, wait. A Tang. What's his first name? Oh, what's his name? A Tang. Hold on. Tang. He's nice, bro.
Aircraft carrier says that Amari kid for me.
Amari not a prospect, bro.
Nah, what's he doing? 8 or 10 rounds now?
He was 154 at first, and then now you're 160, I think. Leo Atang. Yeah. Him. He's 19 years old. He's a bad motherfucker. Hell yeah. Yeah. He's nice, bro. He's with Eddie. Everybody keeps saying he's AJ's replacement. But he's nice. And he got some balls, bro. When he fighting, he don't seem like 18. He got some balls on him, bro.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Well, sir, thank you for your hospitality.
Right on, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I'll drop down and let you retire to your bed or whatever you got to do, time zone wise over there.
Yeah. I gotta get up and get all this damn laundry done, these damn kids.
Appreciate you, Slick.
Right on. Appreciate you too, man. Let's see, aircraft carrier, if I'm tripping. Well, he's 16-0. How many rounds was his last fight? No, it's a 10-rounder, bro. He a contender, bro. Yeah, Amari's not a prospect, bro. He a 10-rounder. That's what I thought. I wasn't tripping. Yep. I haven't found that kid so long, bro. Let me see. I don't even know if I can find it to show you before I get up out of here. I remember he was calling out goddamn me, hold on. Who was he calling out? Was it Earl Spence? When he got to 154, he's like, if he gonna come up here, he gonna have to learn something. Something he said like that. Hold on, I'm about to try to find it. How do let's see if we can find it. Yep. This was 4 years ago. Wow. Okay, hold on. This is crazy. I haven't went back and looked at this video, but I'm gonna show y'all real quick. This was aircraft carrier, man. Let me see if I can put this screen up. All right. Don't get up on screen. Why you ain't on screen? There we go. I want to put the entire. There we go. Oh, wait, man. Why is. Quit playing, bro. There we go. Why is it showing it widescreen like that? I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, there we go. All right. I remember my old intro, bro. Y'all made me go down memory lane. This was 4 years ago, bro. Is it loud? Hold on.
We got Amari Jones here on GMT and the with the 154.
Y'all hear it? Oh, volume it.
We got Amari Jones here on GMT in the red corner box with the 154 prospect coming up. Man, how you feeling about this weekend coming up?
Also his trainer, and what a great performance that he had in Fresno not too long ago, and we're going to see him again right here.
Man, that's why I used to have my website up and everything. I get my website back,
now,
bro.
man, the first time a lot of us seen you was the Devin Haney undercard with Norris back in Mandalay B. And, man, you was awesome in that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing. We gonna expect the same thing in this one?
Of course. I looked to put on a great performance, and knockout come. But I'm not in there looking for a knockout. But if it comes, don't be surprised.
For sure. All right, now it's time to make you famous, now, bro. 154. They talk about Earl Spence going up. Yeah. You got Charlo playing around at 154. Yeah. Him and Castano supposed to get down again. Yeah. I know you early in your career, bro, but. We see T.O. got it at 16 fights. Yeah. We see Loma got it at 14, 15 fights. So that put you about 10 fights away from that big main event, that big pay-per-view. You ready for that, or there's something you think you just want to take your time with?
No, of course I feel like I'm ready. And especially when the time comes, I definitely feel I'm gonna be more than ready.
For sure.
I train like a world champion.
So the media workout continues, ladies and gentlemen. And our next fighter making her way up to the stage. She needs some respect because she is the undisputed welterweight champion.
So how you feel about everybody at 147? They did their thing at 147. Shout out to Earl Spence. Shout out to Bud. Even heard Bud kind of mention Hit it at, man. I go up to 154. How you feel about that? You being a true 154? They trying to crowd you up, almost seem like.
With Lou DiBella,
No,
DiBella Entertainment, and Michael Short's Dakota Fight Night. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Caskilla, Jessica, not Caskill.
Easy to just come up in our weight class and just take over.
Right. For sure, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, bro. Salute to RC. This is when we used to get all the interviews, bro. Damn, I still got the intro, bro. I'm about to bring that back. I like the intro, bro. But yeah, man. That's what made me like Amari when he said they can come up here, but they gonna understand there's already some lions up here. They ain't gonna be able to come and do what they want. I was like, yeah, I like this kid. Bro. I've been following him ever since. I think he was signed to DHP, and then he was signed to Devin Haney Promotions, and then from Devin Haney Promotions, he was like with some small promotion. And I think now, who is he signed with? Golden Boy? If I ain't mistaken. I remember at first when they were saying Amari Jones, and that was the Olympic Amari Jones, bro. I thought it was this Amari Jones. I got hamped up like, damn, he with Eddie. But Eddie got the Amari Jones that's spelled with an O. This Amari is start with an A. Yeah, man. That's dope. Why is my shit not doing what it's supposed to do? There you go. There we go. But yeah, so yeah, DJ, shout out to RC, man. Back then we was getting all the interviews, bro. No lie. We was going after we got interviews with all the top boxers now. We got them all while they was young, man. Even Keyshawn. For people even knew who Keyshawn was, we had Keyshawn on here, man. Sure did. No doubt. Jamel Herring, all them. We had all of them, bro. All of them. But yeah, man. Suits everybody, man. Suits aircraft carrier, man. But yeah, he's not a prospect. He's doing 10 rounds. He's definitely not a prospect. But yeah, but I'm still following him though, for sure. But Leo Tang, that's the one I am following, man. He's gonna be nice. He's gonna be nice. Ezra Taylor. I don't think Ezra Taylor is no prospect. But yeah, Leo Tang's the one for me. All right, y'all, man. I'm going to get up off this thing, man. For all those that still here, man, please hit that like button. Everybody over on X, please hit that follow button. I will be back tomorrow for the Zuffa card. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna watch Jao Patar, Brandon, damn, I just went blank. It shows how sleepy I am right now. But the Opatar fight, I'm definitely gonna be here for tomorrow. It was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember, but it is what it is, man. Thank y'all for showing out again. I apologize for missing Friday. Yeah, I missed Friday, but like I say, time got passed, bro. Ain't no excuse to it, but man, when you're busy, you're busy. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. All right. Deuces.